Hey, how we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key and we are live for Brentford against Arsenal. Premier League footy, Thursday night footy. It's very rare we get Thursday night footy in the Premier League, isn't it? It's a nice treat ahead of an FA Cup weekend. So yeah, Brentford Arsenal, Thursday night football. Manchester City did their job. Can Arsenal do theirs? I mean, to be fair, hey, listen, you could look at this another way. Liverpool did their job last night. Can Brentford do theirs? Because Brentford are chasing down Liverpool, aren't they? Let's be honest. But yeah, this is a big game. Big game in the European stakes. Big game in the title race stakes. Let me know your predictions in the chat. I want to hear from you. How's it going, Jake? Good to see you. Ryan, good to see you. Who else is in the YouTube chat? Julius, how's it going? Red Rebellion, Forest are now on their fourth manager of the season. Four managers, that's the first time that's happened, by the way. Yeah. First time that's happened in Premier League history that a club has had four managers. And it's not even just like four managers in a season. I mean, in terms of their actual like ratio of managers, pro rata, they're probably due another one before the end of the season. Like, they've got four before Valentine's Day. If you're getting four new managers by Valentine's Day, you're banging trouble. You are banging trouble. The Cop Artist, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Fantastic work, the Cop Artist. Go and check him out. Top fella. Oxford fan, evening key, evening chat. Lovely to see you. Oxford against Sunderland this weekend in the FA Cup, isn't it? How do you think you'll get on at the Kassam? That's going to be a tough one for Sunderland. Away trips, not really working for them at the minute. Right, let me see what's going on TikTok. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. MCFC says Brentford 1, Arsenal 1. Reese says 6-0 winning coming. Oh, Zipgod says easy Eze hat-trick. I've not seen the lineups yet. We need to go through the lineups. 1 second. Let's have a look at the lineups. Dave, hate watching tonight. I wouldn't go as far as hate watching. I'm watching the game. I'm hoping for a Brentford win, but I don't know if that's as far as hate watching. Sam George, you're going to enjoy tonight. Arsenal will not win at Brentford. I don't think so either. I fancy a Brentford win here, or at least a Brentford draw. They're going to get something tonight. Dave, how can I watch the game? I don't have TNT Sports. I don't know. It depends where you are in the world, mate. I've no idea. If you're in the UK, I think TNT is the only place that you can watch it. If you're somewhere else in the world, then there's various other channels. We've got people all over the world on various platforms here who'll be able to help you. But yeah, as far as the UK goes, I think it's all on TNT. What are we saying? Sorry, Sam says Brentford 3, Arsenal 1, and Cop Artist, all good, mate. Cheers yourself. Yeah, very good, mate. Thank you. Very good. Really good tonight. Yeah, looking forward to a bit of football. We had a good night last night. Obviously, Liverpool getting the win against Sunderland, really important to get it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see whether or not we can close down United and Chelsea the way they're playing. I mean, they didn't play fantastic, did they, against Leeds and against West Ham, respectively. Sarah, good to see you. Red Rebellion says, I reckon 2-0 Arsenal win. I'm not getting myself too hyped up. I think it might well be an Arsenal win, but, you know, I still think there's every chance. There's certainly every chance that Brentford get a result. Here's, why do you care so much about Arsenal? I don't really care about Arsenal, but I'm watching them because they're the only game on tonight. I think that's a really controversial position to take. That's what I do for a living, mate. I watch football. I watch football every single day. Every single day there's a game on, and I watch it. That's what I do. So people come in and say, Key, why are you watching? This guy's watching Arsenal again. It's all he watches. I guarantee you I don't. I watch in most games that they're on, same as I watch most United games. I watch every Liverpool game. I watch most Chelsea games, probably most City games as well. As long as they don't conflict with each other, and then you have to make decisions. Nixie, wow, you're live early. 45 minutes till the game starts. Well, listen, we're all about the build-up here. We're all about the build-up. You always talk about them. I never hear you mention Liverpool. Have a look at my TikTok. You'll see loads of posts about Liverpool. Nothing but Liverpool, if we're being dead honest. So I can only assume you've been watching it on fan reaction channels, and maybe that's where you've got it from. But to each their own, mate. To each their own. Ryan, what do you think of Mosquera? Very talented young player. Yeah, very, very talented young player. I mean, that's Arsenal, full stop, have got the best squad in the league. I don't think there's anyone disputing that, really. That's why that's why everyone expects them to win the league, and why they, if we're being really brutally honest, why they should win the league. They should win it. Dave, links for the game. Yep, TNT Sports, mate. You can go and get it on. James, let's have it right. You do watch-alongs for other teams, but hate-alongs for Arsenal. Well, no, Arsenal don't fall anywhere close to Manchester United or Everton or Chelsea in the hate-along section. We'll watch it. Listen, I'll be live for Hull City against Chelsea tomorrow. That'll be a hate-along. Come on the Tigers at the MKM Stadium tomorrow. Sergei Yakirovic, the Bosnian master, he's going to knock Chelsea out the cup. What we saying? So Ed says, "Swear you never watch your own team." Well, you should probably watch a bit more then, Chief. Probably watch a little bit more. Anthony says Arsenal 3, Brentford 1. I'm Anthony from Uganda. Lots of love to Uganda, mate. And Connor says, "Key, can you do this quiz for half time, mate?" Yeah, well, I've got the quiz. The quiz is all done. We can even do a pre-match quiz if you want. Should we do a pre-match quiz? Does anyone fancy a pre-match quiz? I've got pre-match quizzes. We can do pre-match quizzes, half-time quizzes. I have got bags of quizzes today. Loads of quizzes. Sonny, where do you reckon United will finish? 6th? I guess you can flip a coin, I think, between Villa and United for 5th. That's where I am with United and Villa at the minute. I think you can flip a coin with them because they're both a little bit... Mackenzie, this is how it'll go. Arsenal draw 1-1 tonight, beat and away at the Etihad and then lose it on the final day. Bottle job City. Connor says, naming every Premier League manager hired and sacked in the same season as a half-time quiz. If I can do that, I've got the answers. Every Premier League manager that's been hired and sacked in the same season as a half-time quiz. That's a bloody good quiz. Let's do that now. I like that one. In fact, let me get my notepad. Let's do that quiz now. It looks like I've got a wet shoulder. No, that's the shadow. I was thinking then, what's that? I was looking on my shoulder thinking I've got a wet shoulder. It's not right. Okay. Should we do that quiz now, Connor? If you're ready. I'm happy to do that. That's a good quiz. I like that one. Let's have a look. Here, let me get my little notepad out. Pre-match quiz. Pre-match quiz, half-time quiz. In fact, let's just do the lineups very quickly, Connor. Just let me do the lineups, because we've got the lineups. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, you'll be able to see the lineups just to my right. Just to my right. Over this way, anyways. Not to my left. To your right. Yeah. So, yeah, you can see the lineups over there. It's on a carousel throughout the screen, as well as the live stats. So you'll see all that if you're checking it out. But on TikTok, you get a slightly different view. Sorry about that. Brentford Arsenal. Right, lineups. In goal, Quiveen Kelleher. Queeve. An absolutely fantastic keeper. Right back, Coyote. For me, maybe the best right back in the league this season in terms of... If I was putting a team of the season together, I genuinely think Coyote would be up there. The most dangerous throw-in in football, Michael Coyote. Ayer, Vandenberg and Rico Henry complete the back four. Yarmolyuk, Janelt and Jensen midfield. No Jordan Henderson. I'm very disappointed to see that. Jordan Henderson left on the bench tonight. And no Mikel Damsgaard. No Nathan Collins. That's a real surprise for Brentford. Yarmolyuk, Janelt and Jensen. The 3 years. The 3 years in midfield. Okay. Then we've got Ouattara, Lewis Potter and Thiago in the front three. So yeah, there you go. That's your front three for Brentford. For Arsenal, it's Ryan in goal, Hincapié, Gabriel, Mosquera and Timber. Rice, Subamende, Eze, and then Trossard, Gyökeres, Madueke. That maybe gives Brentford a little bit of... Will that give Brentford a little bit of comfort? The fact that they've not got Saka on the pitch, no Martinelli, no Calafiori maybe. Obviously, Havertz is out injured tonight. No Marino. I don't know. And where's Saliba? No Saliba either. Yeah, hey, there you go. No Saliba, no Havertz, no Marino, Saka on the bench, Odegaard on the bench, Martinelli on the bench, Jesus on the bench. For me, Arsenal's best centre-forward. So, both teams, ironically, a little bit weakened tonight. Andy, big up you, horrid Arsenal hater you. How's things? How's it going, Andy? Lovely to see you, mate. Jose says, Key, what do you think is the key to Arsenal's success? Would it be awfully cliche if I said set pieces? Captain Spurs, Brentford are going to hit Arsenal with a late stinger. Sorry, I apologise. We were doing a quiz. Let's do a quiz. Connor, you were talking about managers who've been hired and sacked in the same season. Right. So how many have we got, Connor? Can you let me know how many we've got? Give me some answers for that, by the way. Because the only ones I can think of are Ange would be one. Managers who were hired and sacked in the same season. Pepe Mel, West Brom. Don't know where that one's come from. I think Pepe Mel was sacked in the same season. Dyche. Dyche would be Rafa Benitez. Rafa Benitez, was he appointed in the summer or within the season? At Everton, I mean. Ruben Amorim, no, he wasn't sacked in the same season, he was hired. Nuno at Spurs. Again, does it count if they were in the summer? Yeah, we need that. Nuno Santos. Sarah, Key, do you have ADHD? I don't have ADHD. At least I've never been diagnosed. If I do, but I don't think so. If I have, it's never troubled me. I've always done okay. I won't be putting a label on it just yet, or I'm not in any rush to, but no, I don't think so. What makes you say that? I'm curious. R. Mackenzie, ADHD is awful to live with. I have no idea. I wouldn't know. But, yeah, I assume if someone's suggesting, Key, do you have ADHD? I don't know what's giving that away. Nathan Jones at Southampton. Possibly, yes. Jabba says, hi Key, hi chat. Key, did you enjoy your set-piece victory? Absolutely. Sarah says, you was doing the quiz, then started talking, then went back to the quiz. It was because I had to switch into the lineups. That was why. It's like, to be fair, that's a little bit of routine. I always start the live, we do the lineups, and then we move on to other stuff. To be fair, this is a slight deviation from what we normally do, isn't it? We normally never do a quiz before the game, but given we're on 45 minutes before the game, I thought we'd do a little pre-match quiz. Seeing as Connor was mentioning it and saying he's got a quiz for us, but he seems to have disappeared. Where the pissing hell are you, Connor? You've teased us in, you've reeled us in with a lovely idea of a quiz, and then you've legged it. Someone block Connor. I'm only playing, mate. I love you, really. Kane says Coyote will go to Arsenal next season. Set pieces for the crucial set pieces. Yeah, if you give Arteta a long throwing expert, Christ, might as well give him the quad next year. Andy says the old lad from England and Fulham, Roy Hodgson, he came in, kept them up, and got sacked. Might be mistaken on this though. Potter is right. Graham Potter. Hang on a minute. What's included as like appointed in the same season? Is appointed in the summer? I thought we were exclusively talking about managers who were appointed after the season had started and were sacked before the season had finished in the same season. I thought that's what it was meant to be. Max, 90 minutes of Key Thomas crying how Arsenal are scoring from corners while other teams aren't able to. John says, quiz before the game. The game's gone. Well, no, shocking. Van Nistelrooy at Leicester. René Meulenstein at Fulham. Good shouts, music, Mike. I like those. Very good shouts. Big Ange. Nathan Jones at Southampton. I think both of those would count. Logan, will you show the game? Yet TNT Sport have said they're absolutely happy with me broadcasting it yet, so no worries, mate. If you just stick around to kick off, it'll be straight on for you. No problem. They're happy with me showing it. They paid a couple of million, I think, to broadcast games, but they said, listen, Key's sound, he's a good lad, so what we're going to do is we're going to charge people 40, 50 quid a month to watch it through TNT, but as long as you're watching on Keys Live on TikTok, then you're fine, you can do it for free. So yeah, you stick around, mate, I'll get it on for you, no probs. Rude Hullet won for Newcastle. Rude Hullet. I don't know if, again, was he appointed mid-season? FTVR says, why is Saliba not starting? Ill, apparently. Illness. He's feeling pig sick from the Arsenal playing style. Oxford fan, I'm going to crash out. Does Nuno count? I think he should do, but I don't know. Connor, you're not being very active in the chat, mate. I don't know what's going on. Matt Dunny, after all the hype from their fans, how funny would it be if Arsenal won nothing? I mean, it'd be funnier. In a weird kind of way, it'd actually be really, really funny if they just won the Carabao Cup. Like, won the Carabao Cup, got all hyped up, and then threw the league and the Champions League away. Yeah. I don't imagine it happens. I do imagine they win something major. I've had a weird feeling about Arsenal in the Champions League this year. But yeah, they've got to win something. They've got the best squad in the league, and they've spent an absolute fortune, more than anyone else. They've got to at some point win something. Christ, 6 years without anything, 2 decades without a title. They've got to win it at some point. HK says, love everything about your content, bar the fact that you support Liverpool. I'm a huge United fan, but yeah, love you and your content, man. Oh, do you know what? You'll never know. You'll never appreciate, I promise you, just how much joy those comments bring me. The hate comments that come in, and they come in quite a bit, to be fair. I get called Batman at least. Penguin. Penguin from Batman. I get called Penguin from Batman, or, I don't know, whatever. Gru from Despicable Me, or Ruth Davidson. I get called them 52,000 times a stream. Pfft. Water off a duck's back. But then you come in and say things like that, and I promise you, I carry that for days. Right there. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. I'll go home and tell the wife about that tonight. Reece says, see, Liam Rosenior said he'd have 3 league titles now if he had 6 years like Arteta. He probably would. Lil Adam says, did you know if you look up Key Thomas, no Liverpool stuff comes up? Proves how obsessed you are. It's kind of sad. Well, maybe that's because you've spelt Thomas wrong. Yeah, if you type Key Thomas in like that, then maybe nothing would come up. I wouldn't be surprised. You might find a different type of Key Thomas. I don't know. Maybe that's why you found nothing. I mean, you literally can click on my profile. All you'll see is Liverpool videos, to be honest. Benjamin says, Arsenal will win this one 4-1. Felix says, throw away as if they've already won. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that. That was a comment in the chat. Connor says, should I just say the answers I have because quizzes ain't for me? They're hard work. No, yeah, go on. Give us the quiz. Give us the quiz answers. How many were there? Mag says, if they are the best team in the world, they didn't meet Man United. I know, but Man United didn't beat Grimsby. So by some weird twisted logic, Arsenal got beat by United. United got beat by Grimsby. Are Grimsby the best team in the world all of a sudden? Maybe they are. Teenham says, I've come to collect another batch of Keys Tears to add to my collection. Collecting stuff. That's really cool, mate. We're all into collectibles. Keys Tears batch number 1. Jose says, when I type in Key Thomas into Google, King appears. King? I've never typed my name into Google, funnily enough. Maybe I need to. Strikes me as something quite narcissistic in that. Jabba says, Key Thomas, that United fan. Connor says, Lampard isn't on my list. No, I think he lasted 18 months. Lampard at Everton was definitely longer than 1 season. Glover says, Arteta should be sacked if they lose tonight, given Brentford are missing most of their first team. What about Arsenal are missing quite a few, aren't they? Arsenal are missing quite a few. Billy, both Liverpool and Chelsea spent more than Arsenal this season. Again, you're wrong, Billy. You're wrong. Joseph Vickers, how you doing, Key? I'm good, mate. Thank you. How are you, more importantly? Good to see you. Go and follow Joseph. Top fella. Steve Iwasik. Steve. Yo, Steve. Yeah, they have, mate. They spent more than Arsenal. Sorry, more than Liverpool. Wasted audio. Jokes aside, Key, do you honestly hate Arsenal? If so, why? I don't hate Arsenal. No. I don't hate Arsenal. Jabba says, yes, we managed to hang on to our manager through a full season, parts of the two anyway. And HK says, doesn't mean I hate you too, though. Loved watching you when Sesko scored at the Stretford end. That fucking killed me, that goal. To be honest, it killed me the other night when he scored against West Ham. All part of the banter, and that's what makes our rivalry fun. Exactly. This is why I don't understand. I get United fans coming in and saying, oh, Liverpool fan, and all you do is hate United. Yes, and it gives me energy in the morning. It gives me energy in the morning. I hate United that much. And it's the same the other way around. And that's exactly how football should be. United hate Liverpool. We hate United. We all feel sorry for Everton. That's how football is. Everton hate everyone. Everton fans scream at corner flags. TNM says, more like batch 100, the amount of times you cry in agony over Arsenal. I know you just wish Liverpool were as good as us. I do wish Liverpool were as good as you. I'm not denying that. I've said repeatedly, you're the best team in the world. I don't know what more you want. Kai Havertz scores again. When I search up Keith Thomas on Google, a GOAT picture appears. I wonder why. The GOAT. Steve, I was saying that about us, Arsenal missing a lot of players, not money spent by anyone. Oh, sorry, Steve. Apologies. That's my fault. I sincere apologies. Nelly, highlighting 2 decades without a title for Arsenal. You went 30 years since the back pass rule. It's true. It's very true. Agreed. Nasta, I'm sorry for what I wrote before. I didn't even see it, mate. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I promise you, you'd have to put it in multiple times for me to notice. And even then, I just don't really take it on. Just do better. Just be sound. Stick in the chat and stick around. I love it. It's all good. It's all good banter. Have a chat if you want. We do quizzes. We have a chat. We'll have a chat through the game about different stuff. I want to get everyone's takes on the whole Dyche thing. What's going on with Forest? They've appointed Vitor Pereira. Does it not feel a bit... I thought it was really harsh that they sacked Sean Dyche. I was really puzzled by that. I mean, I think, if anything, they've really... maybe not blown their chances of staying up, but that's a real hammer blow to him. If anyone can keep a side in the division, it's Sean Dyche. Egyptonica says, hello mate, Gyökeres hat-trick today, do you think so too? Oh, undoubtedly. For sure, undoubtedly. Captain Spurs says, Key, if you had to pick one player from each team, United and Everton, who would be the 2 players I picked? Who would I pick? The 2 players from Everton United? One each. Ooh. Cunha from United. Ooh, and Everton. Oh. Weirdly, Garner Gay. Yeah, probably Garner. Or James Garner. Any of them 2. James, actually it would be James Garner, because Garner Gay is he's getting a bit leggy now, isn't he? I still think Garner Gay, on his form, is Everton's best player. But probably James Garner, actually, now. He's pretty good. Yeah. Branthwaite, if he can stay fit, is very good too. But I'd go with James Garner, because Liverpool are crying out for the midfielder. We're absolutely shocking in midfield. So I would go with James Garner and... who else did I say? Cunha. Yeah. Mag says, hate is not a good word. You dislike Man United, but you don't hate anyone. Well, that's true. Yes, sorry. Hate is a strong word. I agree. I don't hate anyone. Life's too short for hate. Only love here. Anyone who sticks in this chat for very long will find I don't hate anyone. All for love. It's all good. Red Rebellion says, why are Arsenal fans so cringe? We have far more silverware in our cabinet. Arsenal isn't not even a rival of ours. Well, they are in the league, yes, or they were in the league. They've kind of surpassed us a little bit now. User says, Chef Grant watching from Trinidad. Arsenal to win. Good to see you, Chef Grant. Cook us up some style for Arsenal. Connor says, Remy Gard, Villa, Bob Bradley, Swansea, Alan Pardew, West Brom, Claudio for Fulham, also Watford, Nigel Pearson for Watford, Nathan Jones, Southampton, Potter, Chelsea, Ange and Dyche for Forest. They are all the managers who've been hired and sacked in the same season. Interesting. Okay. HK says, I really hope Arsenal lose today because their fans are getting a bit too cocky, man. Horrible people. Do you know what? They're just getting excited. And I understand it. If not win a title in 20 years, of course they're going to get excited. And I think if you're getting served up the football that they are, you know, they'd be less tolerant of it maybe if they'd been successful in recent years. They would be a lot less tolerant of what they're watching. However, because it's, you know, it's garbage, but it's successful garbage. It's effective garbage up to this point in the season. So maybe we'll see how If they win a trophy, I don't think it'll be a problem. If they don't win a trophy, then I'm sure Arteta will get it in the neck. Harvey, can't wait to see your cringy reaction when we smash Brentford. Stick around, Harv. Something tells me we won't see you at full time, sunshine. I'll be here. I'll be here. Even if you win, I'll be here. But I don't think we'll see you. I think you might have scuttled off back under your rock. Mag says, thanks for that, man. I still love you. Good lad. Bleach Demon says 0-3 Arsenal. Evening, sir. Good to see you, Bleach Demon. Kai says, all the Arsenal hate allegations aren't necessary. Don't dislike the club, dislike the fans. They are the ones ruining the club. I don't even dislike the fans. I don't dislike the fans or the club. Arsenal's a great club. And again, you can't dislike the fans because that's just a cross-section of society for you. I promise you, Liverpool have got them fans as well. I know it. United have got them fans as well. I've seen it. Every fan base has got them. It's not just Arsenal. They're just maybe the loudest at the moment, so therefore they're getting a little bit, icky. Twisted Fate says, Key, I need more close United games. It's great seeing you laugh and smile until we get the last laugh and then you stop laughing. User QE says, Tomahawk 64 ounce on its way. Chef Paul A. Grant. Love that, Paul. Lots of love to Trinidad. What we saying? Oxford fan, does Yamal start over BBC? Real Madrid. Who's BBC? BBC? Who's BBC? Does Yamal start over Real Madrid? I don't know. Captain Spurs, what time did the Arsenal troll turn up? I mean, they're already here on TikTok. Angry Kitten Stories, who's here to watch professional scaffolding? Team Im says some fans have ruined the club though, to be honest, AFTV in particular. Hey, listen, you know, as soon as you see that for what it is, it's a business and it's a very successful one. You know, big plaudits to them. They've done very, very well out of it. Yeah, I don't think it's a reflection of Arsenal fans necessarily. Ryan Lamb, hi sir mate, how are you? What we saying, sorry? Benzema, Bale, Cristiano. Would Yamal start in that front three? No. Yamal wouldn't start over Ronaldo or Bale. No, not even close. LG Key, who gets sacked next? Who gets sacked next? Who does get sacked next? I don't know. Hopefully we won't get any more sackings this season, but probably whoever Forest have a Vitor Pereira. I genuinely wouldn't surprise me at all if Vitor Pereira's gone by April. Marinakis is like pro rata. There's still a long way to go in the season. It wouldn't surprise me at all. He sacked Ange after 8 games. If Vitor Pereira comes in and has a bad start, he might sack him. MCFC says, am I wrong in saying that Mr. Marinakis has destroyed Forest? He's not really destroyed him. You could argue that it's been the most successful Forest have been in 40 years under his tutelage. So, yeah, I mean, he's got them back to the Premier League. He's invested in them. He's just invested very poorly. And he's maybe in the football side of things, he needs better. He's been ill-advised, hasn't he? I think he's been ill-advised. You can't have Edu in charge, and I don't know. I also don't think him going down onto the pitch and confronting the manager in front of the press, and that's not a good look either. So he's a very passionate owner, and that's a really positive thing if it's channeled correctly. But he needs people around him saying, listen, with the greatest of respect, Mr. Marinakis, your job is one thing. Literally one. This is going to sound very Nigel Clough. Your job is to do one thing, Mr. Marinakis. Sign the checks and keep that shut. That's your job. That's it. That is it. Buzzy Muntu says you are excellent at what you do. Recently, I found myself watching your content even though I had access to the live game. That's very kind. Mate, listen, I mean, to be honest, the whole purpose is to watch the game and watch me. Allegedly, I don't know how accurate it is, but the stats on my old YouTube studio, things seem to indicate that most people are watching on a telly or a tablet. Some people watch on the phone, of course, I imagine. But yeah, telly and tablet seems to be the highest. So maybe people are watching the game on the phone or watching the game on the telly and watching me on a tablet. I don't know. So can you, yes, I was going to say, if you haven't yet and you do enjoy these watch-alongs, you enjoy our pre-match quizzes, half-time quizzes, the general football chat that we do, the participation. I love chatting with you all in the, whether you're on Twitch or TikTok or YouTube or wherever you're watching this. I love chatting with you all. If you enjoy that thing, then hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed. I'm live tomorrow for Hull City and Chelsea. I'm live over the weekend. 2 games on Saturday. We're doing Newcastle away at Aston Villa in the FA Cup 4th round, followed by Liverpool Brighton. That's a Saturday night 8 o'clock game at Anfield. And then on Sunday, Arsenal again. We've got Arsenal again on Sunday. We're doing Arsenal Wigan on Sunday, followed by Napoli against Roma in Serie A. Top of Serie A. Gasperini against Conte. So yeah, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you've subscribed. Massively appreciate everyone. Harvey says poor Frank has got sacked for loving Arsenal too much. Funny dude says you are Mancunian, so support City or United. I'm not Mancunian. I tell you what, we need to bring. Can we bring accent detection back into schools, please? That'd be phenomenal if people could actually understand what accents are and where they come from. Because I am nowhere near Manchester. Bleach Demon says tablet, but you'll be switched to the phone when the match starts. That's fair enough. HK says I think this game will come down to eventually how that back line without Saliba handles Thiago and Jensen, because they're really good as a duo. I'm really surprised that Brentford have left out some of those players, though. I think Henderson would have been perfect today. I'm really surprised we've not seen Nathan Collins in there. It feels like he's been on the bench more frequently recently. What's going on there? Yeah, no Nathan Collins, no Damsgaard, no Henderson, no Damsgaard's maybe my favourite player for Brentford. Phenomenal player. Sarah says, oh wow, an Arsenal fan saying you're better than Goldbridge. That says a lot. Who said I was better than Goldbridge? I missed that comment. I'm going to put that in my bio tonight. He's better than Goldbridge. Signed, an Arsenal fan. An Arsenal fan when they all seem to hate him. No Sharda either, no. LFC Jake Key, how are you? Good, mate. Yeah, big win for the boys yesterday. Sorry, but what unbeaten home run. Do you know what, mate? It was a good... I thought it was a really good performance. I did. Bay says score prediction. I'd love to say that Brentford can get a point, but I think it's an Arsenal win. I think it's 2-1 Arsenal. As much as I'm hyping it up, I'm gassing it up and I'm saying, come on, I think Brentford get a win or whatever. Nah, I think Arsenal will get it. I'm just watching in hope. I'm watching in hope, but Brentford with all their players out, I can't see a world where Brentford don't get beaten tonight, sadly. We'll watch in hope. Come on, Brentford. Ryan says, didn't Vitor Pereira manage Wolves? He did, and he was quite good as well. He was quite good. Can Bulldog, are Arsenal allowed to celebrate if they score today? Of course they can. Do whatever they want. I think 2-1 Brentford. Bay says 4-1 Arsenal. You heard it here first. American Madness. Love the Fiorentina jersey, brother. Yes, mate. Love that. Arsenal 3 points ahead of Manchester City. Still to play at the Etihad as well. K Furo, 89th equaliser. Is he in the squad, Furo? I've not even seen him. Let's have a look at the bench. I've not seen the benches tonight. Oh, he is. Has he played for Brentford yet? No, he's not made his debut. K Furo, yeah, he's on the bench tonight alongside Damsgaard, Collins, Donovan, Bent, Henderson, Hickey, Pinnock, and the goalkeeper, Valdemarsson. Hakon Valdemarsson. No Fabio Carvalho, no De Silva, no Malambo, no Reece Nelson, of course. Reece Nelson on loan from Arsenal. 15 minutes to go till kick-off. Tell you what we're going to do. Just to build up, right? Because I've got, in fact, where is it? Here. We've got an Arsenal-themed quiz. We've got an Arsenal-themed quiz, so I want your answers in the chat. I've still got half-time quizzes, don't worry, but I've got an Arsenal-themed quiz for you, right? So, I want you to tell me, if you can, get your answers in the chat. Can you see that if I put that down on TikTok? Can you see what the answers are? I don't think you can you? Can you see them? I'm going to go like that. I'm going to cover them. Like covering in school, SWATs. You're not copying my work. So yeah, right, here we go. So, give me, if you can, the top 20 Arsenal assisters. The top 20 Arsenal assisters in Premier League history. Get your answers in the chat. Type your answers in the chat. Arsenal's top 20 assisters in Premier League history. 1, 2, 4. Walcott. Walcott is correct. Yeah, Walcott is 8th. Lee 90 says Fabregas. Fabregas is 3rd. Fabregas 3rd with 76. Ozil. Yes, Ozil is 4th with 57. Saka. Saka is 5th with 56. Thierry Henry. Correct. Thierry Henry is 2nd with 77. Pires and Henry. We've got Henry. Pires is 9th with 42. Bergkamp, Ronnie. Yeah, Bergkamp is 1st. 96 assists. What a player he was, by the way. Declan Rice does not feature in the top 20. Odegaard, however, does. He's 10th with 37 assists for Arsenal in the Premier League. Julius, how's it going? Henry, Ozil, Rice, Fabregas, we've got all them. Bergkamp. Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey is 6th, believe it or not. I would never have said that. I thought that was a really surprising answer. Aaron Ramsey is 6th, 47 assists. Jack Wilshere. No, Jack Wilshere doesn't feature in there. Neither does Thomas Rosicky. Cazorla is 11th. Yes, Cazorla just behind Odegaard. 35 assists in Premier League history. Van Persie is 7th. Correct. 44. Vieira. Yes, Patrick Vieira is 12th with 33. Ljungberg is 13th with 32. Ray Parlour, surprisingly, not in the list. RP, Romford Pele, not in the list. C says Overmars. Yeah, Mark Overmars. How far can David Seaman kick a ball? Overmars. There you go. Dad jokes all in one. You get that for free. 15, 27. That's, yeah, Overmars is 15th in the list. 27 assists. Partey. No, Thomas Partey not in there. Ian Wright. Ian Wright. No, Ian Wright isn't in there. Lacazette is. Yeah, Lacazette is 14th with 29. Sol Campbell, no. Gilberto Silva, no. Iwobi, no. Fabregas, Parlour, Overmars, Lacazette. Own goals. Corner flags. Giroud, no. You're currently missing, I'll tell you. You've got the top for 15. You've got the top 15. I need 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20 off you. So you've got the top 15. It's just the last ones. Arshavin is correct. Yeah, Arshavin is 16th. You've now got the top 16. Arshavin got 26. Just one less than Overmars. Aubameyang is not there. No, but Martinelli is also not there. Martinelli's not there. Merson is, though. Yeah, Merson is 18th with 25. Xhaka is 20th with 24. There's 2 left to get. Trossard is correct. Trossard is 19th with 25. 1 left to get. Sanchez, there you go. Alexis Sanchez is 17th with 25. So again, just joint with Merson and Trossard. So they are your top 20 Arsenal assisters in Premier League history. Number 20 was Granit Xhaka, 24. 19 Trossard, 18 Paul Merson, 17 Sanchez, 16 Arshavin, 15 Overmars, 14 Lacazette, 13 Ljungberg, 12 Vieira, 11 Cazorla, 10 Odegaard, 9 Pires, 8 Walcott, 7 Van Persie, 6 Ramsey with 47, 5 Saka, 4th Ozil, Fabregas 3rd with 76, Henry 2nd with 77, and Bergkamp top. Well top. with 96. Not Alexander Klebb. He would have been maybe one of my outside shouts. If it wasn't me doing the quiz, I reckon I'd have gone with Alexander Klebb as well. But yeah, that was wrong. So yeah, well done. Well done everyone that participated there. How is Howard Webb not one? Callum says, "Oh, you stop talking Arsenal. You hate them, remember?" Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not allowed to talk Arsenal even though we're watching a game that involves them. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. We're not allowed to watch them. Watching Arsenal again. I am watching Arsenal again, yes. And we'll be watching Arsenal on Sunday as well, Ashburton Army. Arsenal Wigan on Sunday. I'm live for that one. Thoughts on the Sean Dyche sacking? I thought it was really unfair. Really, really unfair. Kevin, secret Arsenal fan. Not a secret Arsenal fan. No, I just watch a lot of football. And Arsenal are on. Because they're the best side in the world. Arsenal are currently on telly quite a bit. So I don't really have much choice. Says Key, I'm really starting to like you as an Arsenal fan. Stop, I'll break your heart. Mad Gooner, do you hate Arsenal that much? Seriously, I don't hate Arsenal. I don't hate them. Davey, I'm good, sir. Yes, good to see you, Davey. Glad to see you out of hospital, mate. Sarah says, we aren't watching Arsenal, we're watching Brentford, if you must know. Yeah, we're all bees tonight. What are you talking about? Should have worn my bee outfit. HK says, is the Prem a bit too hard for these managers? I don't know, you say that, but like new managers coming in. Look at Keith Andrews, pissing it. Never managed before in his life. He's just coming in, duck to water, no problem. Easy this. Easy peasy. Oh Christ! I've just scrolled down. I'm not watching myself. I'm a mod for this live on my own phone here, and I've just scrolled down by mistake, and it's spun up to Nigel Farage on GB News for some reason. That was the next live over. Clarky says, you have to be careful, Arsenal in town. So he says, have to say I thought he was annoying, but seems to be a great lad. Fair play, Key. My BLY. My BLY? What's my BLY? I don't know. I dread to think what that acronym means, but thanks, mate. Diamond, I feel sorry for your kids that you're neglecting while you're watching the mighty Arsenal. I don't have multiple kids. I only have the one, which you may be grateful for. I'm not procreating anymore. There's no more of me out there, allegedly. But yeah, no. I've been with my little girl all day today. Picked her up from school. It was all good. We had fun. Did a bit of colouring in. I went over the lines a little bit though. Bastard. Get it right tomorrow. Met my boy. Sorry, lads. Nobody's. I didn't know what you meant. I was thinking I get a lot of insults on here, and some people get very creative and they throw in acronyms that I don't understand, and I'm a bit like, what's that mean? That's a new one to me. That Pup says posted this before you started the quiz. Crazy fact: Nottingham Forest will now become the first Premier League side ever to have 4 different managers in a single season. Yeah, spotted that earlier. And would anyone really be promising, or would anyone really feel confident backing them not to have 5? He sacked Ange after 8 games. It wouldn't surprise me at all if there was a caretaker in charge if Vitor Pereira doesn't quite get it right. HK says, probably the Prem's the only league where even 20th in the league could put up a fight and scrape a win against the league leaders. Doesn't happen in La Liga or Serie A. That's true enough. I mean, I did a little bit the other day. We was watching Pisa against Inter Milan on this channel. It ended up being Inter went 2-0 down at home to Pisa. Obviously, they turned it around and won 6-2 in the end. But yeah, I think the Prem maybe is the most competitive top flight league. Everywhere else, if you look at La Liga, generally you see Real Madrid and Barca going away to sort of bottom end of the table. Generally, they're wiping the floor with them. It's not necessarily the case in the Premier League, is it? Cornell says, hello, home is Rwanda. Arsenal fan. Love that, Cornell. Lots of love, mate. Mad Pup says, Wilfred Nancy got a job yet? Not that I'm aware of. Daddy-o, it became a piece of piss by the end. Tom says, we're gutted with Liverpool's draw last night as set pieces. You're gutted. Why are you gutted, Tom? Anxiety, genuinely, why do you hate Arsenal so much? People who've been in the live now for like 10 minutes will see how often that question comes up. And I'll just repeat the same answer. I don't hate Arsenal. Diamond, if we lose tonight, we'll bottle it again. You think? That's really harsh. I don't think they'll bottle it again. HK, do you think Sloth will get sacked this season? No. No. I don't think he should, no matter what. But I imagine he will get sacked if, for whatever reason, we don't qualify for the Champions League. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we will qualify for the Champions League. Marcus, why do you hate Arsenal? I don't hate Arsenal. Sack of the goat, you don't hate Arsenal. No, I don't hate Arsenal. I don't hate Arsenal. Jabba, Arsenal troll mill is at full tilt. Oh. Right, let's go through the lineups again very quickly before we start. Get your predictions in the chat. The Fragrance Don, who do you hate then? Well, I'm a Liverpool fan, so my primary hatred is... And it's not hatred, it's just a dislike. It's a rivalry, isn't it? They hate us, we hate them. Man United, Everton, and then Chelsea. They're the three. And Chelsea, it's only because of the rivalry with Mourinho and Benitez, and that was kind of very intense when I was growing. So, yeah, for me... Chelsea. Chelsea are maybe... They're not on a par with Everton. It's Man United and Everton, very, very... I can't really distinguish between the two. United and Everton are maybe on a par in terms of hatred. United probably on a slightly different level because they've always been rivals to a degree. Or at least they've competed with us in things. But yeah. A little bit like Arsenal and Spurs. You hate Arsenal. Chelsea maybe you compete with a little bit. Sorry, you hate Spurs, but Chelsea you've maybe competed with a little bit more in things. So I don't know, maybe there's a different... I don't know what Arsenal fans think like. I have no idea. Nate says, you compared to your clips seem to be two different people. You seem sound on live before games. I don't know why that is. Although I will say that the clip channels are... Well, they've got a vested interest in clipping people up unfavourably. They literally clipped me up the other day in the United Spurs game, and they deliberately cut me off saying, because when Romero had the tackle, we all knew straight away it was a stonewall red, right? But I didn't see it because I was reading the comments out. I looked up, ref's got his card out, red card, right? So I'm like, oh, what's he done, this referee? What's he done? It's never... Telling you, this referee, he's give nothing to Spurs all game. And he hadn't. He'd been a bad referee all game, I thought. But then I saw the replay, it showed me the replay, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a nailed-on red card. He's got to go for that. But they didn't show that bit. They just showed me blowing up at the start. Ronnie, thanks for the super chat, mate. Don't think Marinakis will take Forest down. That's a bold shout, Ronnie. I'm not sure if I agree with that one. They look... I mean, I'll be honest, I thought Leeds. I really thought Leeds... And to a degree, I still think Leeds might get pulled back into it. But the way they're playing at the minute versus how Forest are playing, it's night and day, isn't it? So I think I could be wrong on that one. I've been wrong before. Runar says, Brentford are not a walk in the park. Your thoughts? It's going to be a tough one for Arsenal. I fancy Arsenal to win. I'm obviously, listen, I want to see a title race. If I had two things in the draw, pick a side to win the league, it would be City. I would rather City win the league over Arsenal. That doesn't mean I hate Arsenal, for anyone getting overly dramatic, but I would rather City win the league. And for that reason, I would rather Brentford win tonight. And it would make the rest of the league season interesting. That is my only vested interest in watching this game. It's not to hate watch Arsenal. I don't give a monkeys who goes through in the cup on the weekend with Arsenal and Wigan. I expect Arsenal will, but it would be funny if Wigan did. Let's just call it what it is. Diamond says it's hard to be confident and hopeful after the last 3 years. I mean, it just is what it is, isn't it? If you say that as an Arsenal fan, you're finding it hard to be confident. I understand it. I get it. It's if you've been so close and thrown it away so many times, I get it. It would be unsettling, and you would maybe feel a little bit triggered every time your team drops points and City start picking up points. It would be like, yeah, a little bit traumatic. Callum says, I dislike Chelsea more than Everton, to be honest. Really? You're from round here as well, aren't you, Callum? You're from Merseyside. You're from the northwest. Why would you? I can't say I ever dislike Chelsea more than Everton. It's definitely Everton above Chelsea in the dislike charts for me. Brandon says, rather City win the league, even though they've robbed you of 3 points last weekend. But they didn't rob us of 3 points. They didn't rob us of 3 points. City can't control that game. I mean, they just played their game and won it. I don't think they deserved to win it, but they won it. That's football, isn't it? Can't have a pop at City for that. Kia says, Liverpool fans and United fans wanting City to win the league is absolutely embarrassing, by the way. Why is it? Hey, to each their own. It's your call, but I don't think it's embarrassing. Right. We're off and underway here anyway at Brentford. Arsenal starting predictably strong, but Brentford nipping into the tackle. Right, what are we on? 0-1. 55. Isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, that'll do. Something like that. HK says, do you think Arteta will get sacked if he doesn't win the Prem or the Champions League? No. No, he won't get sacked. I'd be astonished if he got sacked. The board will be more than happy with him just getting Champions League football. What are they doing there? Arsenal giving a corner away. Shocking that from Gabriel. He's overhit a few passes at the back this season. No less than in the Bournemouth game earlier this season, which led to a goal. And he's just done it again there. Overhit the pass back to Raya. And he's passed it straight out for a corner. Straight out for a corner. 1-2-4, when City win, nobody cares or feels anything. That's why you'd rather them win. I'd rather City win because I think they play better football than Arsenal. That's all. I just think I would rather my champions be of a higher standard in terms of attacking football. They've scored the most goals in the league. And they play better football, in my humble opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own. 3-star Red says, the new reign begins and I am over the moon. 3-star, is it not? Sean Dyche had a higher win. I was really looking forward to you coming in tonight as a Forest fan. I know the playing style was frustrating. I get it. His playing style's frustrating. It's a bit dour. But is it not a case of needs must? Sean Dyche had a higher win record than Nuno Santo, and Nuno Santo got you in Europe. He's nominated for Manager of the Month. Have we ever seen a manager nominated for Manager of the Month and basically sacked within a 3-week time frame? It's crazy that. It's baffled me why he's almost been sacked due to outside circumstances because Leeds won and, you know, West Ham have started picking up points and it's looking a bit closer. I think Dyche is mega unfair and I think they've pulled the trigger far too quickly in my humble opinion, but I'm intrigued to see what you think as a Forest fan. Diamond Geza says, clearly playing better football doesn't achieve anything because City is second. Well, I mean, you say that, but Arsenal have played this way and won nothing. City have won stuff. City are in the final. City have won as much as Arsenal have this season so far. So, you know, I know they're second in the league, but you don't get anything for being top in February, mate. You've seen that before, plenty of times for Arsenal, haven't you? Let's be honest. Hugh Maddox says Marinakis is a headbanger, that's why Dyche is gone. Yeah, he's a frustrating owner, isn't he? Here's Trossard down the left-hand side. Come on, Brentford, keep him out. Come on, the Bees. I might have to get my low-level buzz sound going for the Buzzy Bees tonight. Gamer Gurus, the same way we concede to United, the same way we give a corner to Brentford, our back passing can be idiotic at times. And Jabba says Dyche had a go at the fans and failed to hear Wolves to beat Wolves in front of Marinakis. Well, yeah, maybe it's that. Jabba, I'm sure Pereira will keep you up. And Ion says, have they started or not yet? They have, mate. Yes, you can just see up here. Up here. This one. There you go. Sorry, there you go. Yeah, there is the clock. This way. There's the clock. So you can see the timer that we're on. It's synced up to the game. We are 5 minutes, 49 seconds in. Mark Power, where do you think Klopp will go next to manage? I mean, by all accounts, Mark, I think he's retired. I don't think he's going to manage again. I'd be amazed if we did see him manage again. If he does go to Real Madrid, I'd be a little bit disappointed, but I think it would tarnish his reputation as well. I mean, we've seen great managers go to Real Madrid and I don't know. We'll see. I'd really hate to see Jurgen Klopp managing against Liverpool. It'd kill me. It'd make Real Madrid really likeable, and I hate that. Alfie says when Arsenal go to the Etihad, he'll be lucky to come out of there with a point. And DN says, can't wait for Monday as a Newcastle fan. Macclesfield v Brentford. You can't wait for Monday as a Newcastle fan. Macclesfield v Brentford. Why? What's Newcastle got to do with Macclesfield v Brentford? I mean, to be fair, you've got Villa on Saturday night. We're going to be live for that one. Villa, 5:30. 1-0 Atletico Madrid, says Ryan. And Ben says, have you been watching the Olympics? No, I've never really done that before. Never been one for the Olympics. Did a bit of track and field. I don't know why I'm doing that, but that is how you used to play track and field when you were little. Track and field was the game I used to play when I was little. Used to have like major hand cramps after it as well. That's about as close to the Olympics as I've got. Believe it or not. I know I appear to be an absolute athlete. Spurs says, Frank out, opinions. I'm a Spurs fan, by the way. I'm conflicted with Thomas Frank because I think he's a fantastic manager, and I also think Spurs generally pull the trigger on managers too soon anyway. I think you pulled the trigger too soon with Mourinho. I think you pulled the trigger too soon with Nuno. I think you pulled the trigger too soon with Ange. And it's just something that, I feel like I lose a little bit of sympathy with Spurs and Spurs fans as well because it's about patience, isn't it? Long throw into the box from Brentford. Straight out of play. That's shocking, that. Who said he had a good long throw? Michael Coyote, got to do better. James says, do you remember the javelin? If you kept your hand on the button, the bird would get hit for 150 points. There was a few of that. Yeah, there was a few of them. Them, like, sort of glitches within the game that you could do. Yeah, I love track and field. Track and field too as well. Spurs, are you back on TikTok? I am for a little bit, mate. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be staying on TikTok forever, like, but for now I am. Torb says, hi Key, nice Liverpool win. I am watching Ipswich. I'll be back on the Hull stream tomorrow. Good lad. Jabba says, don't let him fool you. Key never misses Olympic figure skating. Curling. Curling and archery. Trossard better than Gakpo easily. Archie, you've got to watch our lad Dave riding though when he does the slalom. Diamond says, I'd rather play boring and be top than be where Liverpool are. Just get the win. 3 points end of. That's your right, mate. That is absolutely your right to think that way, but I disagree. I disagree. I mean, Liverpool aren't playing great football this season, and I'm not saying it's a choice between Liverpool and Arsenal, because obviously I would rather be at the top. I guess my point is, if it's a straight choice between winning playing bad football or finishing in the top 5 but playing really good football, I would much rather the latter. You've got 38 games. Football's about entertainment. It's not about winning. I mean, it's got to be about both to some degree, but I think that your North Star as a football manager should always be to entertain. should always be to entertain. People spend all week working, putting up with shit from knobheads in work, and they want to enjoy themselves watching football. They don't want to play dull, dreary football, monotonous. It don't matter how effective it is. You want to play exciting football. You want to see players getting you off your feet. You want to see attacking players going at the opposition. Pacey players. You want to see your team winning, of course, but I think I always, again, everyone's different, but I think substance is far more important than style is far more important than substance. You have to have a bit of both, but if I could only choose one, it would be style over substance every day of the week. Harvey, it is good football because corners are teams' weaknesses. Well, to each their own. To each their own. D says, football, you can release the week's stress. I mean, to be honest, Arsenal fans have been very stressed anyway for the last 20 years. So, this is stress relief, isn't it? Winning any old way is stress relief. Coley says, Arsenal haven't won a title for 20 years, Keith, so it's more acceptable to play poor and win. Maybe once they've won the title, now they will expect better. Well, yeah, I agree. This wouldn't be acceptable at a Liverpool or a Man United. He certainly wouldn't have got away with 6 years winning nothing and playing this way. Government name unknown says, unless you're an Arsenal fan then you want to see crosses. I know, but that's if you want to see crosses in corners. That's just confirmation bias, that, isn't it? That's like that's like the cult of Arteta. They've got to convince themselves psychologically that it's actually a really good style of play. It's actually really clever. It's actually really sophisticated to play this way. On your bike, come on. Dom Den says, I used to watch speed skating, bobsleigh and skeleton in the hopes of seeing a pile-up. Fucking hell, Dom. It's a bit dark. Ginger says, Arsenal try playing good football, just everyone is so defensive because they want to counter. I don't think you can blame the opposition. This isn't the first time we've seen good sides in the Premier League face low blocks. Like, United faced low blocks in the 90s. The Arsenal Invincibles did. Like, let's not pretend the Arsenal Invincibles didn't face 11 men behind the ball. It's not a new thing. Arsene Wenger's great Arsenal sides had to deal with that. They didn't resort to this nonsense, did they? Sooner you just get on board with the fact that it's a deliberate, risk-averse strategy. It's about an attitude to risk. Arsenal passing the ball straight out of play. They're really poor from Trossard. It's about an attitude to risk. And Arsenal, Arteta in particular, it's not Arsenal, Arteta in particular is like Pep Guardiola, very risk-averse. Likes his players in certain positions, very rigid, go here, do this, use the ball in this way. Doesn't give his attacking players a great amount of freedom. James says, Arsenal don't help themselves with low blocks. They play so slow, allowing teams to get into shape. There's an element of speed to it as well. But that comes from not having as much freedom, doesn't it? If as a player you're restricted to go here, do this, you're maybe going to be a little bit more laboured in your approach. Government name unknown says, I want to go back in time and watch Prime Barcelona because English League this season has been really boring. It's got better. I think as the season's gone on, it has got better. I think it started quite dull and boring. But I think as the season's gone on, we're actually seeing a few more like 3-2s and, teams having a go at each other. I think it is already starting to change a little bit. James says, and I'm an Arsenal fan, all big teams face blocks, speed and risk unlock that. Absolutely right, James Bidder. Couldn't agree more. There you go. Arsenal fans singing from the same hymn sheet as me there. And people will say it's just because I'm a hater. It's an agenda. Come on. People can see it. People know it. Mackenzie, what's the score? The score's still 0-0, 15 minutes in. We've not had a meaningful chance in the game just yet. D. Matinda says, Arsenal must win, Key. They must get rid of the Invincibles curse. And Ryan Lamb, it's 2-0 Atletico Madrid. Atletico flying. Sarah Key, what time are you doing the predictions tomorrow? The FA Cup predictions will be probably around 5-ish again, maybe 5, half 5. I'm trying to get it to a fixed time every week. So maybe I'll keep it. Whatever time I do it tomorrow, that'll be the time forever going forward. But I'm trying to get it I might even do it in the morning. Maybe I do it in the morning. You can always watch it back. It just means maybe you can't participate in the live. I don't know. We'll see. Government name unknown says, I saw a stat that we already broke the record for most 0-0 draws, and it's only February. Good grief. DC says, yeah, even look at Sunderland playing against the low block last night. And Harvey says, would be funny if Tottenham drop more points and get relegated. And Mark says, what would be your best current Premier League five-a-side team with no Liverpool players? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, best current Premier League five-a-side team. In my opinion, would be... Oh, it's difficult. I'd go Pickford. I think Pickford's had a good season for Everton. I think he's kept them out the shit. And again, he's been the most impressive goalkeeper this season in terms of keeping the ball out the net. Expected goals faced versus actual goals conceded. He's quite good. I think he's right up. I think it's him, and then it's Dean Henderson second. But I would go with Pickford, even though he conceded a bit of a howler this weekend against Bournemouth. So I would go with Pickford. Then defence. I mean, it's got to be the Arsenal. I'll just have one player per team, so I think it's got to be either Saliba or Gabriel. I'd go Saliba. I mean, I've had Arsenal fans saying, you don't know ball, bro, because I picked Saliba over Gabriel last time. And they said, Gabriel's well better. That's fine if you believe that. That's totally your right. I think Saliba's better. So I'd go Pickford, Saliba. You've got to have Haaland, haven't you? I think just on pure merit, you'd say Haaland goes in there. I think Bruno, sadly, as well. Pickford, Saliba, Bruno, Haaland. Yellow card for... Who's that? For Keith Andrews? What's he kicking off about? Pickford, Saliba, Bruno, Haaland. Who else? Get your answers in the chat. Who else would you have? Struggling now. Maybe... It's tough because you want to put Semenyo in there, but I just think Semenyo's... He kind of counts as City now, doesn't he? So I wouldn't have Semenyo. I would go with... I'd go Morgan Rodgers. Go on, fuck it. We'll go Rodgers. I'd go Pickford, Saliba, Rodgers, Bruno, Haaland. There you go. That's my five-a-side. Archie, Saliba's a better defender, but for the five-a-side, you take Gabriel's physicality for sure. And Archie says Rice. James Bidder says Caicedo. CDM would be Rice or Caicedo. I mean, Chelsea fans are turning on Caicedo a little bit recently, aren't they? Ref is blinded by the badge. Government name unknown says, I think Brentford can at least get a point if they play like this. They've done all right so far, haven't they? Arsenal haven't overawed them. And I'd also say Brentford, they've not necessarily sat off. They've pressed and they've won the ball back. They've just not done an awful lot with it. Quincy Sobol. Do you know what, actually? I would probably have put Wirtz in over Bruno or Szoboszlai over Rodgers. One of the two. But he said no Liverpool players. So if I was allowed Liverpool players, I think I would have put Wirtz in there. Because genuinely, I mean, Wirtz... Did you see that this morning, by the way? Wirtz has created the most chances in Europe's top 5 leagues. I think only... It was Elise Yamal and one other. I can't remember who. Gabriel's been booked. Elise Yamal and one other are the only players who've created more than Wirtz. More chances than Wirtz this season. Ryan Lamb, I would take it in Vangelos. Marinakis type of sort of hunter at West Ham. Keith Andrews, dirty manager him. Bruno's been too good recently, though. I mean, I was going to say, that's a little bit of recency bias with Bruno. He's done well recently, but I'm not blown away by having him in there. Government name unknown says Gabriel yellow card. Imagine if they lose him when they've already not got Saliba, and Jabba crowd is really having a go at the ref. Wow. Well, that's a free kick here. It's an opportunity for Jensen to put the ball in. Come on, Brentford. Let's get a nice early one. First half goal would be wonderful. Good ball in, far post. Cleared away by Arsenal. Oh, not quite cleared away that by Trossard. Should do better there. Gabriel, you dirty barstool. Sir. Aronson with his energy, says Liam. I don't think I can squeeze Aronson in. DC says Wirtz would be recency bias as well, and he hasn't done it against a good team yet. Eh? Come on, mate. I disagree with that. I thought he was terrific against Arsenal, to be honest. Yeah, I thought he was terrific against Arsenal. I thought, to be honest, he's done very, very well for us. He's probably been our best player in the last 3 months. Yeah, February, January, December, maybe even a bit of November. He was fantastic. Archie, our backup centre-backs are arguably still top 5 defence in the league. And Retro says, wanting Man City to win the league is criminal when they already have miles more than you. What do you mean, miles more than us? I don't know what you mean by miles more than us. Reece, not sure how Gabriel has the captaincy over Deckers, I'll be honest. It's all scrambly a little bit in the box here for Brentford. They're not really doing an awful lot here. Good save, that from Raya. Ryan says, wasn't Keith Andrews a set-piece coach at Brentford? He was, yes. Retro Sean says, Prem titles. I mean, like, you can't really count Prem titles because Arsenal don't have Prem titles. If we're being really, really pernickety, you've got to count First Division titles, and City have nowhere near Liverpool's number of Prem titles. Nowhere near Liverpool's league titles. But if you just want to call it Prem titles, then Arsenal don't have one. If we're being really pernickety. Reece, Liverpool have 21 titles. James Bader, Arsenal have 3. No, they don't have 3. They don't have 3 by the same definition he's just used. If City have more Premier League titles than Liverpool, then Arsenal don't have 1. I'm not saying that's how it is, by the way, but I'm using the exact same logic. If City have more titles than Liverpool, then Arsenal have none. Arsenal have 0 Premier League titles. 0. Arsenal keeper's been sloppy so far, says government name or not. And he's not really got anything to. He's not really got anything to do in the game, has he, so far? I mean. Archie, invincible. Wasn't a Premier League season, mate. Premier League was 2016. Premier League was 2016. Arsenal haven't won a Premier League. Yeah, the Premier League began in 2016 by the exact same logic he's using. The exact same logic. Barclays Prem is still the Prem. Exactly, as is the First Division. The First Division is England's top flight. That wasn't a great save from Ryan. It was straight at him. He's got to score that. He's got to score that, Thiago. Got to score that. Reece, we've had this argument how many times, Keith? It's getting boring, isn't it? Well, it is, but they keep coming in and saying it. If they come in and say City have got more titles than Liverpool, I'll be like, no, that's not true. And by the exact same logic, Arsenal have none, which is that's factual. If you want to be intellectually consistent, Arsenal have none. If City have more than Liverpool, come on. Mikey, I'm joining you now, okay? I have Arsenal backed, but I hope they get it. Good lad. Retro Sean says Premier League isn't 2016. It was different sponsors, not rebranded. Well, it was called the Premiership for a certain spell. It was called the Carling Premiership. It was called the Barclays Premiership. Sometimes it was called the Barclaycard Premier League. So all of them name changes matter, apparently. If the First Division to the Premier League matters, then why doesn't the Barclaycard Premiership to the Premier League matter? It's exactly the same concept, name change. Still the top flight of English football, but apparently some count and some don't for some insane reason. Government name unknown says Raya tried to throw it, put in a quick break and give it right back to Brentford, which is why they nearly scored. And earlier he almost let it roll in. Raya has been a little bit sloppy so far. Ben says, remember this debate from Boxing Day? People need to grow up. Was that when it was last? Boxing Day we had this debate. Well, we won't do it again. We won't do it again. Mikey says it's the top division in England, end of debate. And Archie says that's a little pernickety. It is, isn't it? It's mega pernickety. And I agree with it. I don't want it to be that way at all. I'm just saying that's a very clear line. If we're drawing that line that City have won more Premier League titles than Liverpool, then the straight line there also says, well, Arsenal haven't won a single one. Here's Coyote. Oh, Rice does well. Sean Gray, not a name change, kid. Newly formed league. Learn your sport. It was a newly formed league, was it? What teams were in it? What teams were in it? Was this same as the ones before? Yeah. Which Arsenal players would you say are world class? I think there's 4 world class Arsenal players. 4. I think it's Rice, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. That's it. They are my 4. Government name unknown says Arsenal have given the ball away so many times. I think it's going to backfire eventually. Brentford are in here. Arsenal have definitely started a little bit sloppily here. Maybe they're on the ropes. And maybe it's a tactic of Mikel Arteta's. I don't know. Watara puts a ball in. Oh, what a ball in that was. He's such an underrated player in Watara. Be yourself, Dylan. Saka. Nah, Saka's not world class for me. Retro shares rebranded, went from 42 to 38, then just beat different sponsors. No, I didn't go from 48 to 38 when the Premier League started. Still 42 teams. 42 teams, 21 teams, or 23, whatever it was. 38 to 42. It was still like that until about 95. It didn't change when the Premier League name changed. I think Saka too, although he's been poorest this season, he's very consistent generally. I mean, hey, to each their own. I personally, I don't think Saka is world class. Archie thinks Rice, Saliba, Timber, Gabriel, Saka, Zubi and Calafiori are world class by my definition. Again, hey, everyone's got a different definition, haven't they? For me, it's kind of top 5 in their position. I don't think Zubimendi's... I think I can name 5 better centre mids than Zubimendi. So I don't think there's Zubimendi's in there, but I definitely can't name 5 better than Rice. So yeah, no, I wouldn't. Zubimendi's definitely not for me. Calafiori, again, that's a weird shout for me because I'm not entirely sure he gets into Arsenal's starting 11 even when he's fit. And a decent player, but not for me. No, I don't know. He's all right. Retro Sean says Saka is well overrated. I'm just bantering, fella. Shay says Zubimendi takes a nosebleed every time he goes for. He's a good player, Zubimendi. I don't mind him. I just don't think he's world class. That's all. You can think a player's not world class and not think that they're dreadful. I just don't think he's elite. Liam, what do you think of Tuchel extending his contract? You couldn't care less, thank you, Kate. I couldn't. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference to me, that. Don't watch England, don't really care about England. They're just another team at the World Cup as far as I'm concerned. Arsenal are in here. This is a big chance for Gyökeres if he can get this. Victor Gyökeres loses the ball. 70 million quid there. 70 million quid gets you that. Oh, and someone's got a yellow card here now. What's a yellow card for Gyökeres? Why's Gyökeres got a yellow card? Didn't think we'd see Gyökeres get a yellow card there. What's that for? Pulling back Yarmolyuk. Yeah, a little bit soft, that. I don't think that's a yellow, ref. I wouldn't have said that was a yellow. I think he's a little bit hard done by the Gyökeres. I mean, it was a poor pass, but you can't get a yellow card because he gives the ball away. Alexis McAllister wouldn't be playing any games. Gives the ball away every 5 minutes, him. Knocked long by Kelleher. Archie says, bear in mind, Zubi gets into the Spanish team over Rodri. Name 5 better centre defensive mids than Zubi. I know, but I don't think anyone's actually arguing that Zubamendi's better than Rodri, are they? That's because of fitness. That's not... If Rodri's fit, mate, he starts over Zubamendi. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not pretend if Rodri's fit, he gets in over Zubamendi. They're a different class of player, them two. Is it? Come on. Let's not pretend... Well done. Great defending that from Brentford. And it's going to be a goal kick, surely. Oh, corner. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think... I don't think that he is... Zubamendi's not better than Rodri for me. No chance. For me, I'd be saying Rodri. I mean, would we class Vitinha as? Vitinha is, isn't he? I guess he's played... PSG don't really play with a CDM, but I guess he is, so I'd say Vitinha for sure. Rodri. I mean, I wouldn't swap Gravenberch for him. In a million years, actually. I wouldn't swap Gravenberch for most, to be honest. But again, if people disagree with that, you'd still say Caicedo. You'd certainly still say Valverde. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's quite a few, to be honest. I'll be honest, Tonali. Tonali's probably not a million miles off. I'd rather Tonali than Zubamendi. If you gave me, a straight shot, you can have Zubamendi or you can have Tonali at Liverpool. I'm taking Tonali every day of the week. James also says Rodri is ex-world class like Virgil, Salah and Alisson. He's not ex-world class. See, this is the problem. People just go too... He's had a few bad games. And he's not even had a few bad games. At the end of the day, City are second. They're closing in on Arsenal. He's just not been fit. That's maybe one of the reasons why City are in the position that they're in. Because he's not been fit. Rodri is I don't think I've seen too many better than Rodri in the Premier League in doing that specific job. He's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Government name unknown says, do you think more teams should do what Chelsea did against Arsenal during corners? Send 2 players to the halfway line. I mean, yeah, maybe that is certainly something to be considered, that you give them something to think about the other end, yeah? I think Liam Racine might have landed on something there, to be honest. Graham says, Key, any news on Konate signing a new 4-year deal? Again, it's been floated, it's been rumoured, but whether or not it actually transpires is another matter altogether. Atletico Madrid are currently 3-0 up against Barcelona. Lookman has just scored. Lookman scored on his debut against Betis in the Copa del Rey the other night. Flopped it in England, didn't he, Ademola Lookman? But he's done very well since he's gone to Atalanta. Captain Spurs says Zubamendi wouldn't even be allowed to wash Rodri's car. Archie says everyone overhypes him for what he did in the past, but that last major injury pushed him out of being world class. Yeah, hey, listen, to each their own, mate. I disagree. I think Rodri... I mean, I watched him the other day against Liverpool. I thought he was terrific. You just don't really seem to get a kick on the ball whenever he's on the pitch. So good. The closest thing to Busquets we've seen in the Premier League anyway, in terms of being able to just have that 360. I know, I'm not like Key, mate. Who do you think's winning the Prem? I still think Arsenal, mate. I can't see it being... I mean, I'd love it to be City, but I think it's got to be Arsenal. Like I said, I think it's Arsenal, just based off the fact that you've got the best squad in Europe available to you. You've spent the most money to build it, and I think you can only continuously spend more than teams and not win something. Eventually, that is going to catch up. If you keep spending more than everyone, then you will inevitably at some point. You'll win something. So I think they will at some point. Great header cleared away by Brentford. Archie, Rodri's pretty sure admitted Zubi was better now. Like he's bowed out of the Spanish team. Hand up, that's not English. Apologies. And on, I think it'll be good for the league if Arsenal win it. Bit of a change. Maybe it will be good for the league. Personally, I don't think so, but maybe it will be. I'm open to the conversation. Brendan says, Rodri is a very average footballer, but ultimate system player who suits Pep. I really like him. I'm not sure I'd say he's average, but I get where you're coming from. He's very good at, doing what Pep Guardiola wants him to do. Harry, Liverpool spent the most, big man. No, Arsenal spent at least, I think nearly 30 million. Was it 30 million or 20? About 25 million euros more across just this summer. If you include last summer, it's a landslide. Because we didn't spend anything last summer. Dango Ouattara now on the chase. Gabriel back to Raya, nice and easy. Anon says, I'm an Everton fan, dude. Anything's better than City or Liverpool. You lads threw it away the other night, didn't you? I thought you'd got that in charge against Bournemouth. Do you think Moyes... Serious, I'm always fascinated by Everton fans' opinion on this. I was asked at the start of the season, what's your, hot take? What's your edgy take for the season? And this was before a ball was kicked. And I said, I think David Moyes is sacked by Everton. Or leaves of his own accord or something. But I don't think David Moyes is Everton manager by the end of the season. And this was just after, obviously, he'd come in, taken over from Dyche. He'd had that phenomenal run at the end of the season, which took you from 17th and took you up to about wherever you finished. Was it 12th or something like that? Look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. He's gone down, Madueke. Yeah. Point to the goal kick, referee. Absolutely shocking. He's an absolute diver, Madueke. Oh, hey, look at the state of this. Oh, how has he got? How has he got the balls to go down like that? Oh, you diving something. I tell you what, it's shocking. Jabbertwar, he says Moyes will finish the season. That's not a pen. It's not a pen. And I think if we get Europe, we'll struggle a lot next season. But I think we're building something, mate. And don't laugh at me saying Europe. Listen, plenty of Everton fans seem conflicted on that point at the minute. I listen to Toffee TV and I listen to Mike and John at the Blue Boys Network. I listen to them most weeks after they've done a game, just to kind of get their views on what's going on at the Ev. I do the same with all teams, to be fair. I try and keep up on every team to at least get a view of what the fans are thinking. And there's a little bit of conflict over whether or not, Baz at Toffee TV doesn't think Everton get Europe anymore, just with the home form. Is it 1 win in 8? Is it 1 win in 8 for Everton at home? It's not exactly a bastion, is it? It's not exactly a fortress. That was the word I was going for. Archie, Everton were looking like they were heading down a couple of seasons ago. Something has turned. I feel like Everton fans have got this lovely shiny new stadium and they're craving a lovely shiny new manager that they can believe in. A manager that really gives them something to be excited about, and they haven't got it yet. They've got David Moyes, who is steady Eddie, very reliable. He'll do what he needs to do, but I think there's a ceiling to what he can take Everton to. I know, and listen, I'm saying that the guy won the European Cup Conference League with West Ham. I just don't think he can do that with Everton, and I think Everton's owners, the Friedkin Group, at some point will want to maybe be a bit more, or at least appear a bit more ambitious, and get someone in, whether that's an Amorim or a De Zerbi or a I don't know. Maybe Hoeneß from Stuttgart might be up for it. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see who Everton would go for if Moyes was sacked or left. I get the feeling that there's maybe a craving for something new there. And I get that from speaking to a lot of Evertonians as well. Like I've got Blues in my family and stuff who say it's just an absolute drain going to the ground. They hate going to the home games. They'd love it if they just played away all season now. Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank at the Ev wouldn't be a bad shout. That's a very Everton appointment, isn't it? Thomas Frank, very safe. Maybe Areola. Maybe Glasner. Lots of good managers available this summer. It'll just never be Goodison, will it? Nah, never be Goodison. Archie, they're doing better than I thought they would a couple of years ago. And Anon, what do you think about Dyche being sacked, dude? I'll be honest, mate. I thought it was quite harsh. Really quite harsh. And, we know that Marinakis has pulled the trigger on managers far too early this season already. That's his 4th manager now he's got in. Yeah, I think Dyche gave them a real chance of staying up. And he was nominated for Manager of the Month in January. He's got the best win percentage of any Nottingham Forest manager that Marinakis has appointed. Even better than Nuno Santo, who got them in Europe. Ball in, cleared away by Brentford, good defending. Anon, he would have kept them up, but I feel like they had one good season and went mad. They should have kept Nuno Santo, but I think Nuno Santo's problem was Edu, wasn't it? It wasn't Marinakis. He was frustrated with Edu. Archie wants a job with a little bit more prestige for sure. And Hen the Red says it's not his fault. Did you see how bad his attackers are? But yeah, I was going to say Chris Wood being out for pretty much the season. I mean, that's Forest's star centre forward, and they've not replaced him. Rambler says, do you think another coach could come in and capitalise on what he's built in short order? Who are we talking about here? Sorry, we're still talking about Everton. On what Everton's built? I mean, I guess it depends, doesn't it? I guess it depends on the project that the Friedkin group are interested in creating. Are they going to be as ambitious as maybe they're trying to be at Roma? I mean, Gasparini's gone in and done quite well. I think that was an ambitious appointment after what he did at Atalanta. I don't think Everton fans will take so warmly to the idea that they are the little brother in that stable. You know, they don't want to be Roma's little baby, if you know what I mean. Header, cleared away, well done Brentford, get it out. Get it out. Yeah, they'll want to make sure the Friedkin group are giving them, you know, if Roma are getting 100 million this summer, we want 100 million kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, listen, if Everton have a project that a manager... You could certainly sell the Everton project if there was money being afforded to a new manager. You could sell that to anyone. If there was money. And that's the only question mark we don't know yet about the Friedkins. Oh, unlucky! Ouattara. Tell you what, David Raya had to be good off his line there. That's one thing I will say about David Raya. He's usually starting position as a goalkeeper is very, very good there. He had to get to that one. Ouattara had beaten... I think Zubamendi to the ball and, gets there a little bit late there. It's very similar to Robert Sanchez at Old Trafford. He'd have been sent off. Shame about Grealish, to be honest. 20 million quid, 25 million quid Everton have been quoted for him in the summer. Decent wages as well. Long throw into the box from Brentford. Michael Coyote, the most dangerous long throw in football. Header! Oh, is that going to be a corner? We'll take a corner there, ref. Nah, goal kick. Goal kick. Liam says, Key, England have got a pretty difficult Nations League group. Spain, Croatia and Czech Republic. I mean, we might end up watching some on the channel, I don't know. I'm just looking ahead to all of the... Because it's the international break in March, and as you know, I always do my... always do my schedule a month in advance, so I've been looking ahead at March to see what international fixtures we'll be doing. Anon, I'm off key, have a good one. Take it easy, Anon. Yeah, really appreciate you coming in, mate. Good to have another good Evertonian in the chat. Plenty of good Ev fans in. Jabba, we'll get Arteta next. Arteta to Everton. Oh, can't think of anything worse. Archie says Everton's probably got a better squad of players than Tottenham. I think Tottenham have got a really good squad of players. They're just all very young. Like, I look at, Matthijs Tel, I think he's got ability. Odeber, he's got ability. Bergval, Archie Gray. They've got good young players, Spurs. They've just not really got an awful lot of the experience that you need to knit them all together. Welsh Ring says, so far, 2 teams cancelling each other out, but that's expected. Only City beat Brentford at their ground, and that was an edgy 1-0. Yeah, listen, we lost here. They're a good side, Brentford. Very good side. I think City would snatch your hand off for a point here now as well. Point gets City right back in it, doesn't it? Harvey says, what do you think of Arsenal this game, Key? They've been a bit standoffish, I would say. I don't know if that's because they're losing a lot of second balls. I always find that's a really peculiar thing, and maybe an insight as to, or an indicator as to where the game is going. I mean, you've got half time now, so the manager will probably put a rocket up the backside and say, come on, I need a bit more from you. But first half, it feels like Brentford, I don't know the stats. We've got the stats on the screen here, but there's nothing on second balls. But it looks to me like Brentford are picking up most of the second balls, and that's usually a good indicator of which team is the hungrier of the two. Which team wants it more? Archie says, Pickford over Vicario, Branthwaite probably gets in there, Grealish and Ndiaye would be a shout too. Yeah, I mean, Pickford, Branthwaite, Grealish and Ndiaye, yeah. But after that, you're struggling. James Garner, after that, you're struggling. Everyone's having a go at the ref. Well, it is half-time anyway. Let's half-time. Let's get our half-time quiz going. I've got a lovely half-time quiz for you if you want to get involved. Make sure you stick around. Couple of conditions before we start the half-time quiz. Couple of things. If you're on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok or wherever you are, couple of things I want you to do for me if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube, make sure you've hit like. Second thing, make sure you've subscribed. If you want to see more of these popping up in your feed anyway, if you want to see me popping up in your feed for games going forward, we're watching Arsenal against Wigan on Sunday. We're watching Chelsea against Hull in the FA Cup tomorrow night. We're watching Villa Newcastle Saturday 5:30. Liverpool Brighton at 8 o'clock on the Saturday as well. And then we're going to be doing Serie A, Napoli v Roma, Serie A on Sunday night to finish off the weekend. So if you want to get involved with that, we watch football every single day on this channel. That's what I do. I love watching football and I love it with you guys. I love watching footy with you guys. You make my night and we have a chat and about all different things going on in the game and we just enjoy the game. And even if it's a dour 0-0 like this, we still have a laugh and a quiz. So we've done a pre-match quiz, which was the top 20 assisters for Arsenal in Premier League history. We also did the only managers to be hired and fired in the same season. We're now going to do... It's not even this one. I've got the wrong quiz book. We're now going to do... Are you ready for the tough quiz? Because this one's quite a tough one. I'm going to give you the tough quiz. Because we've had some really easy ones. I'm going to give you a really tough quiz. There are... Considering we've been talking about managers an awful lot in this live, we've been talking primarily about managers. I want you to tell me the 15 managers. There's only 15 that have done it in Premier League history. 15 managers have won Premier League Manager of the Month in consecutive months. They've won it like April and May, or January and February, or whatever. You know what the months are. Don't need to teach you the months. But there's only 15 managers in the entire history of the Premier League that have done that. That have won Premier League Manager of the Month back to back. There's actually 3 managers who've won it 3 times in a row, and 1 manager who won Premier League Manager of the Month 4 months in a row. 4 months in a row. So there you go. Give me the answers. K2 says Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou is correct. Ange Postecoglou won Premier League Manager of the Month 3 times in a row between August and October 2023. I was astonished by that one. Arsene Wenger is correct. Yeah, Arsene Wenger in April of 1998. Arsene Wenger is correct. Arteta... No, not Mikel Arteta. Pep Guardiola is right, though. Pep Guardiola has won it 4 times from September to December 2017. He also won it back-to-back in February 21 as well. Sir Alex Ferguson, yep. Sir Alex Ferguson won it Back-to-back in March of 96. He also won it back-to-back in March of 2000. They are the only 2 times that he actually won it back-to-back, though. Mourinho, yeah. Jose Mourinho, no. Jose Mourinho is not there, believe it or not. Jurgen Klopp is correct. Jurgen Klopp he won it 3 times in a row. September 2019, correct. Rafa Benitez, Rafa Benitez, December 2005. Wasn't a particularly great year for that either, Liverpool, 2005. I mean, we just won the Champions League, but we weren't great the year after. Sam Allardyce, no. Jurgen Klopp, yes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no. David Moyes, no, not David Moyes. Antonio Conte is correct. Antonio Conte has won it 3 times in a row with Chelsea, October to December 2016. Harry Redknapp, no. Brendan Rodgers, no. Eddie Howe, no. Mourinho, no. Pep and Sir Alex, yes, we've already got that. If not Arteta, then it's rigged. It's not Arteta. It's not Arne Slot, no. Not Arne Slot. Keegan is correct. Kevin Keegan, Newcastle, September 1995. I'd love it if we beat them. Not Eddie Howe. Roy Hodgson, no. Thomas Tuchel, no. Roy Evans is correct. Roy Evans is right. Yeah, Roy Evans, Liverpool, January 1996. He won it back-to-back, the great Liverpool side of 96 with the old suits, the old cream suits. Mancini, no. Pellegrini, yes. Pellegrini, January 2014. Joe Kinnear is correct. Joe Kinnear, Wimbledon, March 94. Where are you getting? I think someone's found Google. Someone's found Google here. Reece says random, but Brian Robson for his great escape with West Brom. No, not Brian Robson. You've so far got, in order of when they happened, Joe Kinnear, Wimbledon, March 94. Kevin Keegan, Newcastle, September 95. Roy Evans, Liverpool, January 96. Alex Ferguson, March 96. Arsene Wenger, April 98. David, I've just nearly gave an answer away. Oh, I got too excited. Rafa Benitez, December 2005. Manuel Pellegrini, January 2014. Antonio Conte, October 2016. Pep Guardiola, December 2017. Jurgen Klopp, September 2019. And Ange Postecoglou, the most recent manager to do it, with Spurs, October 2023. Won it 3 months in a row. Manager of the month, 3 months in a row. Captain Spurs, David O'Leary. Yeah, how did you get that one? David O'Leary, Leeds, April 2001. What a manager he was. Not Pochettino. No, not Pochettino. You've got 1, 2, 3. 3 left to get. You've got 12 out of the 15. There's 3 left to get. Not Ten Hag. Not Pochettino. Daniel was manager of the month, I think, at the Premier League's inception. Well, I can only assume so. I mean, Joe Kinnear won it in March 94. Back to back. Not Alan Pardew, not Avram Grant, not Unai Emery, no. Not Alan Kirbishley. We've got Kevin Keegan. Not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There's 3 left to get, and I'll give you a clue. No, I'm not giving you the clue. I'm not giving you the clue. Are we ready for the clue? Tell me when you're ready for the clue. Not Mark Hughes, not Sean Dyche, not Dick Advocaat, that's a rogue one, not Tony Pulis, not Emery, Paul Jewell. Paul Jewell is correct. Wigan, October 2005. Paul Jewell with Wigan won it back to back, October 2005. Fantastic shout. Not Ronald Koeman. There's 2 more to get, and I'll tell you this, both of them are the same. Oh, I can't even tell you that. Brendan, yeah, Ranieri, there you go. Ranieri, April 2016. He was always going to win it. I'm surprised he didn't get that one sooner. There's only 1 left to get. Not Tuchel. West Ham manager, can't remember his name. Not Gus Hiddink. No, Gus Hiddink did very well. We've already got Joe Kinnear. So I'll give you the answers again. What we're looking for, this quiz, just FYI, is there's only 15 managers in the history of the Premier League, only 15, that have won Premier League Manager of the Month in back-to-back months. They've won it consecutively. March and April or whatever. You know the months. First up was Joe Kinnear. He won it with Wimbledon March 94. Then it was Kevin Keegan. Roy Evans with Liverpool. Alex Ferguson. Wenger with Arsenal. O'Leary with Leeds. Paul Jewell with Wigan in 2005. Rafa Benitez in December 2005. Then this person. Then Manuel Pellegrini in January of 2014. Then Ranieri in April of 2016 with Leicester. Conte with Chelsea in 2016. Pep in 2017. Klopp in 2019 with Liverpool. And Ange Postecoglou won it 3 months in a row between August and October 2023. It's not Stuart Pearce. It's not Mancini. It's not Mourinho. Not Brendan Rodgers. Not Rijkaard. Not George Burley. Not Zola. Not Harry Redknapp. Not Sam Allardyce. George Burley's a great shout though. He did very well, didn't he, with Ipswich? Not Nuno Santo. I'll give you. I mean, the clue is that it's between Rafa Benitez doing it in December 2005 and Manuel Pellegrini doing it in January 2014. So you've got kind of like 8 or 9 years window there. That's when it happened. That is when it happened. It's not Mick McCarthy. There you go. ZQXV's got it. It's Carlo Ancelotti and Welsh Wing. There you go. They are your 15 managers. 15 managers who have won Premier League Manager of the Month in back-to-back months. Joe Kinnear, Wimbledon, March 94. Kevin Keegan, Newcastle, September 95. Roy Evans, Liverpool in 96. Alex Ferguson, March 96. Wenger, Arsenal, April 98. O'Leary, Leeds, April 2001. Paul Jewell, Wigan, October 2005. Ancelotti, April 2011. Did I say Rafa Benitez, December 2005? Pellegrini, January 2014. Ranieri, 2016. Conte, 2016. Pep, 2017. Klopp, 2019. And Ange, 2023. So there you go. They are your 15. Decent quiz, that one. It was alright. I quite like that. I said Ancelotti with us at Everton ages ago. Yeah, no, it wasn't Ancelotti at Everton. It was Ancelotti with Chelsea. But yeah, I didn't see the answer, mate. I apologise. It was a good answer, though. You got it right. Albeit different club. Daniel, what do you think of Tuchel's new contract? I'm not really that bothered by it. Yeah, it don't really faze me. I don't really see it as a... I don't know. I just don't really see it as a thing. Like, I'm not that interested. Not that I'm not interested. I know I should be. I'm a football content creator, whatever. But no, I'm not. I don't like international football when it comes to England. I love the World Cup. When the World Cup comes on, I will be mega invested in it because it's football and I love football. But I'm not really that bothered by England. If anything, I feel a bit flat whenever I watch England. Kind of saps the life out of me. Maybe Thomas Tuchel will reinvigorate that. ZQXV says, do you think Glasner could replace Eddie if he gets sacked? Do you think Eddie Howe will get sacked? I don't think so. I think Eddie Howe's going to stay. I can't see him getting sacked. Jabba says, I'll never forget that Conte-Tuchel handshake. Captain Spurs, same mate, Ancelotti got said Burr back. I'm here racking my head. Twisted Fate, this game's been proper boring, I'm not going to lie. Well, listen, I can't control the game. We know this. You've got to expect a degree of boredom watching Arsenal. It's just kind of... It comes with the territory. Every time we watch Arsenal, there's people saying it's a really, really boring game. It was the same with Sunderland at the weekend. It'll probably be the same again against Wigan in the FA Cup. But, you know, they're very effective. But maybe not very effective tonight. I guess we'll see. They're currently level pegging. They're not flying. Daniel, do Liverpool play exciting football? No. Not right now, no. We're neither effective nor exciting at the moment. I think we were exciting at the start of the season, though. Yeah, we took some chances. We took some. To be honest, Arne Slot got criticised for it, didn't he? Because we were winning an awful lot, and we kept going. We kept going for the game. We kept like, got to go and score again. We're 2-0 up. Let's go and score some more. And Carragher on Sky came out and said, like, do you not think maybe 2-0 in front, you should kind of, you know, close the back door a little bit and drop back? And now he's gone too far the other way. But I think that's partially, it's not due to a philosophy. I think that's partially because of the fact that we just don't have the players. We've literally, and not only do we not have the players, we're so stretched in terms of injuries. We have no right backs. Both our right backs are out for the season. We have no centre backs. We've got Kanate and Van Dijk, and they've got to play 90 minutes every week. Europe, FA Cup, Premier League, every single game. They can't get taken off the pitch. So we need them to stay fit. We can't rest them, we can't rotate them, and that usually leads to errors. So, but yeah, no, I don't think we're particularly exciting at the minute either, for what it's worth. But we're not effective. We're not effective or exciting. Whereas at least Arsenal are effective. They're boring, but they're effective. Seb, hello from Texas, USA. Love your content, even if you are harsh on my Gunners. Lots of love, Seb. Really appreciate that. Love that. I love the Lone Star State. It's one of my favourite states. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Gamer Guru, we always use the first half to gauge the team before we change tactics. It could come back to bite us in these final games. And Angela says, hey, so happy for our Reds last night, and I want Arsenal to win, not this Man City again. I want City to win, but I appreciate your comment, Angela. Adam says, Key, have you seen the Foden foul? Yeah, that should have been a red. I mean, to be honest, I think Bernardo Silva should have been sent off as well. Odegaard has come on for Arsenal, little half-time change. Tamas, slot in or out? Personally, I'm out. Slot in, 100%. Geordie Rob, if you remember me talking about was Tyler Morton. Liam wants 20 million. Thoughts? Worth it? Not for me. No, I wouldn't say so. But good luck to you, mate, if you get him. He's a good player. Maybe not 20 million quid's worth, but he's a decent player. He's probably more like a Willock for Newcastle. I think that probably reduces the standard at Newcastle, not raises the bar. If you're moving Tonali out and you're replacing him with Tyler Morton, I think you've got a problem. Welsh Wing guy, have a quiz if this game is boring, Key. You can't be... This is your team, mate. I can't be asking you to do a quiz. You're doing quizzes while your team's playing. You can't be doing that. That's... We're scraping the barrel on this channel. I don't mind it if I'm asking a non-Arsenal fan. But hey, listen, we'll see. Let's see how the second half goes. We might be commandeering your services at some point in the second half. We might be saying, hey, Welchwing, get on. Let's do a quiz. Onye, how's it going, mate? Long time no see. Yeah, good to see you, man. I'm doing really well. Where's Tonali going? We don't know, but there's rumours that he's up for leaving, and he's allegedly his agent engaged a few clubs in the summer or in January rather to try and manufacture a move. Arsenal apparently being one of them. How accurate that is, we don't know, but it's certainly the rumour that was doing the rounds. We are 50 seconds, is that right? 50 seconds into the second half here at the Gtech. Gamer Guru says, did you see the interview with Ange? Loved how open and honest he was. Spurs should have let him have another season. Yeah, I mean, listen, I liked Ange, and I thought at the time he should have stayed. Right, second half, 46. Welshwing, do you think De Zerbi will go to Spurs? He's up there. I mean, De Zerbi's certainly one of the ones that's been linked with it. But honestly, Amorim. I'm telling you, Amorim. He's got unfinished business in this league. Ruben Amorim is desperate to get back into the Premier League, I'm telling you. And the Spurs team, I think, suits him to a degree. Onye, to dare is to do. The antithesis of that motto is hilarious. Gotta feel sorry for Spurs fans. Yeah, for your Europa League winning manager to come on and say Spurs aren't a big club. Yeah, that's music to the ears of Arsenal fans, isn't it? Ball down the right-hand side. Madweke, gotta head it away. Coyote, what are you doing? Zubamendi, Gyökeres. Good strike, good block. Not a handball, that, get away. And now Thiago chases it down. Do you agree with Angie's comments? Well, yeah, I think you have to, don't you? Spurs have spent money, but when it comes to wages, they've got a very, very clear wage structure that they just don't break. And that has prevented them or precluded them from challenging for certain players. Ange said himself, he was like, we wanted to sign Pedro Neto, Semenyo, Gay. These were all players we were looking at. And instead, we signed young players. We signed Solanke, who is a wonderful player, he said, but we then signed Solanke and 3 kids. After finishing 5th in the league, and you're looking to kick on and challenge for the Champions League and really get back up there again, our season was Solanke or our summer was Solanke and 3 kids, 3 teenagers. You're just not gonna rise, and that's the same with Liverpool. It's exactly the same with Liverpool and Slot this season. You can't sell 30% of a title-winning side and replace them with kids. If you replace them with kids, you're not gonna challenge. It's exactly the same as what is what Ange is doing, or what Ange went through is what Arne Slot is now doing as well. Geordie Rob says, just seen that apparently John Heitinga is a potential short-term successor. Johnny Heitinga, I mean, he didn't do so well as a manager at Ajax, did he? Razine says, last confirmed instance of Barcelona trailing by 4 goals at half-time v PSG. Barcelona down 4-0 at the break. It's history. History. Arsenal seem to be playing at a faster tempo this half. Yeah, they've come out a little bit stronger, and they've already had a half chance, I guess, 4 minutes into the second half, but there's not an awful lot going on. Reece, if that's Liverpool, that's given for that ball. Shut up, Reece. Behave yourself. Geordie Rob, thoughts on Sterling to Feyenoord? Surprised by that one. I didn't think he'd go to the Eredivisie. It's a good club, Feyenoord. Welsh winger wise man once said, Key, you can't win anything with kids. Well, I don't think you can win anything with kids if you bring them in and just throw them straight in the side. You've got to have good players around them, and you've got to, ease them in to some degree. That's not what Manchester United did. Manchester United had a lot of good experienced heads around those players, and they gradually came in. Gary Neville started coming in when they still had Paul Parker in there and Dennis Irwin in there and Steve Bruce in there. Archie, when would you consider Spurs in a relegation battle? Never. I don't think Spurs are in a relegation battle at all. Kingpin replaced them with Isak, Wirtz and Frimpong. Where's Isak and Wirtz at the minute, mate? Sorry, Isak and Frimpong, where are they? Out for the season? Yeah, exactly. If they're out for the season, mate, and they're barely kicking a ball for you, it doesn't matter. And they are, by the way, the only 2 players who are what you would consider to be Premier League ready. Florian Wirtz isn't Premier. He's 21. You can't sign... Again, kids. You can't sign 18 to 21-year-olds, which is basically what Liverpool signed. Leone, Rio Engamoa, Kirkez, Ekatike, Wirtz. You can't sign young players, 18 to 21 years old, replacing, your Luis Diaz's and your Darwin Núñez's, Diogo Jota's, even Jarrell Kwanzaa. Jarrell Kwanzaa is he's in the England squad. He was in the England squad when he left. These are experienced players, and Leone was never going to replace Kwanzaa seamlessly. Kirkez was never going to replace Robertson seamlessly. It was always going to take him time. And both are doing very well now, by the way. Kirkez and Wirtz are doing unbelievably well, but it's taken them 4 or 5 months. And usually, that's kind of the going rate when you sign young players. You kind of expect that it's going to take them a little bit of time. They're not going to come in and just immediately hit the ground running. It doesn't matter how good they are as young players. They take time to develop. Onye, I'm a huge Gakpo fan. I don't know why Slot keeps starting him. He's underperforming. I think Rio should. You can't put Rio in. This is it. You can't put Rio in. That's on the ownership. That's not on Slot. You can't start Rio Engamoa, mate. You can't do that. That's not fair to him. You can't put Rio Engamoa in starting games. It doesn't work like that. You can't be doing that. It's totally unfair. The lad's 17. Cody Gakpo is a very, very good player. He's not been great this season. He's not been fantastic, but he's also not been the worst player on the pitch. And the problem Liverpool have, and the problem Arne Slot has, is that we don't have players that we can replace him with easily. Alexis McAllister should have been dropped long ago, but we got no one else. Kanate probably needed a rest quite a while ago. Got no one else. What a run this is. Oh, what a run this is. Igor Thiago, hit it, lad. Oh, Was that Lewis Potter from left back? Keen Lewis Potter, unbelievable. That's a foul. That's going to be a foul for Arsenal. Foxy says, but still, Man United sold key players. That's someone in Ince, Hughes and Kanchelskis signed. No one have won the league, bringing in a lot of kids, so nothing is impossible. Yeah, no, nothing is impossible, but it's certainly improbable, and I don't think it's necessarily comparing apples with apples there. But I agree. I'm not saying you can't win anything with kids. What you can't do is you can't sell all your experienced players and replace them with kids and expect that there will be no drop-off, at least in the short term. I think Liverpool are getting somewhere back to approaching our best, but we need reinforcements. Gamer Guru says Gakpo is a scapegoat for hate. He saved Liverpool when they needed more than once. Yeah, I mean, people forget Cody Gakpo is in Liverpool's top 20 Premier League goal scorers of all time. Cody Gakpo, he's got a better goals per game record than like some of our best ever wingers, like Steve McManaman, Patrick Berger. Cody Gakpo's created and scored more than both of them per game. Like he's brilliant. He's a really good player. He's maybe not a player that you'd want starting in a title race. You know, he's maybe more of a backup. But if it was a straight shot between him and Luis Diaz in the summer, I would have kept Gakpo. Chimey, how's it going? Brendan, who's the best manager who would realistically take the Spurs job? Amorim? I think Amorim would. Julius, thoughts on the game? It's pretty boring, to be honest, Julius. We've not had too much going on in the opening 60 minutes of the game. Doesn't really feel like we've had too many shots on target. I mean, we can see how many shots have there been on target, to be honest. Shots on target in the game, one all game from Brentford. Or is that just the second half? Yeah, no, it is all game. One shot on target all game in nearly an hour of football. That's it. Oh, Reece, leave him alone, mate. Honestly, poor lad's got his button stuck on his phone. Right, corner kick to Arsenal. This is where, if there is going to be a goal, it's going to come from the set piece. Classic Arsenal. Set piece goal incoming. Here we go. Pulled back. And no, handball. That ref should be handball. Are we gonna stop the ball? Madweki. I'll tell you what, if they score from this attack, it'll be interesting. They might pull that back from handball. Odegaard, ball over to the far post, headed away by Brentford. ZQXV, would you consider Miley and Hall as kids? Miley, yes. Lewis Hall, no. Lewis Hall's been in the Premier League for a little bit of time now. Feels like Lewis Hall's been about a bit. When I say kids, I mean like, have they played in the Premier League and have they played regularly in the Premier League for, you know, a couple of years at least? Lewis Hall hasn't he? Lewis Hall was at Newcastle last year. He played a little bit at Chelsea before that, albeit sporadically. You know, Lewis Hall's probably just on the fringes of not being... He's still a young player, but I think Lewis Miley is. I'd include Lewis Miley, but not Hall. Boring Arsenal, says Graham. Onye says 4-0. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, Atletico 4-0 up against Barca. Barca have pulled one back. It's 4-1. We should have done the Barca game tonight, shouldn't we? We do plenty of La Liga games on this channel, but yeah, sadly we didn't do Atletico Barca. We should have done that tonight. That would have been a much better game. A much better game. Robert, how's it going, Key? Good to see you, mate. Arteta, oh, they've won the foul, Arsenal. 35 to go. Gamer Guru says United are top for set-piece goals. Yeah, but they're not really, are they? They're not. Not really. Like, I don't think you can include Szoboszlai's free kick against City as a set-piece goal. That's not what we're talking about. When we're talking about set-piece goals, like, if you're using set-piece goals as a stick to beat Arsenal with, we're not talking about free kicks, are we? We're not talking about them types of goals. They're goals that people generally consider to be open play. It might be a dead ball, but a set-piece is a corner. Or a free kick that's floated in. But if you're scoring off a direct free kick, that's not a set-piece. Not in my book, anyway. Robert says, will this be Arsenal's worst bottle of all time? That's why I've got the bottles. Maybe. Maybe it will. I don't know. Do we think Arsenal bottle it? DN says, I don't think Declan Rice is the best midfielder in this league. I honestly believe it's Bruno Guimaraes. Well, Bruno's a very good midfielder. I don't know if he's the best in the league, like. Odegaard is playing rugby nowadays. Government name unknown says, in April, Arsenal have to play against Bournemouth, City and Newcastle. How many points do you think they'll get from those 3 games? Bournemouth, City and Newcastle. It's Bournemouth away. Oh, Bournemouth's at home, isn't it? Ooh. Bournemouth, City and Newcastle. 5 points. Yeah, 5 points, I think. That might be enough to win in the league as well. Gamer Guru says free kicks are set pieces, not open play. Well, they are by if you want to be absolutely pernickety. But I guess what I'm saying is if you're including Dominic Szoboszlai's free kick against Arsenal and against City, if them two are set pieces, then you know we're not talking about the same thing, respectfully. That's not what I'm referring to. When I'm saying Arsenal set pieces FC, I'm not talking about goals like that. That's not what I'm on about. I don't think anyone's on about that. So we maybe have to find a thing that distinguishes between the two. Maybe we have to call them corners FC. Arteta loves a right angle. ZQXV says Bruno gets in any Premier League midfield. Certainly gets in Liverpool's this season. Alexis McAllister's bang out of form. He wouldn't have got in Liverpool's last year though. No. But Bukayo Saka is just having a chat there with Nicholas Java. Saka about to come on for Arsenal, last half hour. Foxy says, remember when Juve used to do it every year, changing strikers from Vialli to Baggio to Ravanelli to Boxic to Vieri, to Inzaghi to Henry to Kovacevic to Salas to Trezeguet, yep. Header, oh, they've scored! And it's off a cross. We was talking about corners, it's off a cross. Hey, at least it's open play this time. But it's not a particularly exciting game, but Arsenal are in front. Everyone's been saying in the chat, what a boring, boring game, unsurprisingly. But they've finally scored. They've finally broke the deadlock. Madueke scored off the header. Come on, Brentford. Come on, the Bees. Shit goal, that, innit? Shit goal. Absolutely shocking goal. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. It's off a throw-in. He's off. You'd have been offside there. No, you can't be offside off a throw-in. But he'd have been offside. Course, yeah. I mean, that's it. It's a corner. It's basically a corner. Corner FC. Basically a corner. Madueke rises furthest, rises highest. Great header. Is a good header. Should the keeper be doing better there? Kelleher, a little bit flat-footed. I think keeper's got to do better. That's why we sold him. That's why we sold Kelleher. He's got to do better there. Got to do better. And now Brentford have to push out. Now Brentford have got to go and win it. They've got to go and push up. Welshwing says, what do you mean shit goal? That's a great header. No, it is. It is a great header. What I'm saying is it looked like it bounced 40 times before it went in. It was more a dig at the keeper that than Madueke. Kelleher, I think he's got to do better though, to be honest. Set piece, ole. Brendan says Arteta loves a right angle. He's a trigonometry teacher, not a football manager. Well, Keith Andrews, you better get your protractor out, mate, because you're going to have to create some right angles yourself. You don't create right angles with a protractor, do you? Don't create right angles in a protractor. Oh, it's it! Oh, David Raya looking very, very nervy in that goal. He's been a little bit sketchy tonight, David Raya. For the best keeper in the world, he's been rather sketchy. Ooh, I tell you what, Butterfingers Raya. Butterfingers Raya. Reece says no way he intends that backspins over the line. Kelleher wrong-footed. It was a good header, but yeah, Kelleher definitely... I think Kelleher should be doing better there. That's why we sold him. That's why we sold him. Oxford fan got to go now, Key. No worries, mate. See you soon. It's going to be another corner. Go on, Brentford. Set piece FC. Let's get the equaliser. Oh. Oh, sweet lord. Kelleher ain't saving that, Key. He could have threw his cap on that. Non-carrot, if it wasn't a throw-in, he would have been offside. No, that was a joke, mate. I literally did say it was. It's not. I know you can't be offside off a throw-in. I know you can't be offside off a throw-in. Brentford! Oh, have you missed it? Ah! Oh, as if he's missed that. Free header at the back stick. You've got to score that. Oh, you absolute sausage. Oh, Lewis Potter at the back stick. Oh, goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Poor that. Very poor. Gamer Guru says Raya has made multiple saves of the season. Surely that's a misnomer. You can't make multiple saves of the season. You can only make one save of the season. That's the whole point. Charlie says, Key, what's your take on multi-club ownership and it possibly becoming a common thing? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it should be a thing, but it will be, I'm sure. It's just another way of moving money around, and it's wrong, really. Shouldn't be allowed it, but it happens. It is happening. Luke says, why are we winning the league? City might still be doing it, I'm telling you. It's not over yet. Brentford, oh, straight into Raya. Poor that. Very poor. Government name says, can't believe they're playing like this and winning. It's been grim. It has been a grim game, but hey, listen, they're in front. There's not many teams come to Brentford and win. If they do win, fair play to him. But it's been a pretty drab and dull game, and that's been typical of Arsenal's season. They're not actually disproving anything. They're very much an effective side that plays awful football, and they'll do it again tonight. That's it. They're just doing exactly the same thing we've seen from them all season. Gamer Guru headed it down. Can't all score nice headers like Noni. I would have expected him to at the very least get it on target, though. Lewis Potter's got to get it on target. Reece, it's boring being 6 points clear. You know, I was going to say, I'm sure you're fed up of it now. You've been 6 points clear for about 4 years running, haven't you? I imagine it does get quite boring. Especially when you end up potless at the end of the season. Charmy says, look at Nice falling apart because United is a top priority. Well, yeah, and it's going to be the same for Everton. Here we go, Odegaard into the box for Arsenal. Pull the ball back. Rice should finish it off. Gyökeres. Oh, what are you doing? Gyökeres. Should put that away. Should be 2-0. Here's Madueke. Well, 1. And Brentford get it away. Gyökeres not doing so good. And now Igor Thiago. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. You've got him. It's only Gabriel. It's only Gabriel. You've got him on toast. Oh. Oh, lucky. Oh, hey, and it's going to be a goal kick as well. Oh. Joe, how's it going? Chimey. Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Sebastian says, hello from Texas. You are mean to my Gunners, but you're funny as hell and I love your content. Cheers, man. Thank you. Appreciated. Really much appreciated. Long ball back to David Raya. Charmy says... Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Come on. Desperate for a Brentford goal here. Keys trending in the Lone Star State. I was going to say, we've had like 6 or 7 people in from Texas tonight. Maybe I'll still have to get a cowboy out for the next stream. Get some chewing tobacco. Rice should have buried that. They need to get a second, Arsenal. We've seen this before from him. This was similar to the Wolves game, wasn't it, in many ways? That it was a bit flat and a bit dead and a bit lifeless. Then Arsenal pinch it and then concede a late equaliser. Coyote, got to hit it. No, what are you doing? You've overthought it. Oh, it's gone wide for a corner. Oh, no. No. Should do better there. Should do better. Striking wide. 70 minutes on the clock. Arsenal looking shaky. They are indeed. Jabber, you can have the hat. Just don't do the accent. I've already messed the accent up tonight. Can't do the accent. Can't do the accent. Saka coming on. Damsgaard coming on. Both attacking changes. Madwecki going off. Why is he taking him off? He scores headers, the lad. It's very rare you see a header bounce like that. That's very rare you see a header like that. Poor from the keeper. Kelleher should do better there. We got to get you on American football next season. Oh, God, no. I don't know anything about it, mate. Know nothing about it. I've never seen a game of NFL. Used to play Madden when I was a bit younger. That's about it, though. Dexio, how's it going, mate? Right, corner kick for Brentford. Go on, near post. Cleared away. And now it's over for Igor Thiago. I think he's going to run out for a throw-in. Coyote to come over and take it. Deep in the heart of St. Helens. Header on. Yes! Yes! It's there! It's 1-1! It's Lewis Potter! Hey! The ball in it! The ball job is still on! Yes! Come on the bees! Come on the bees! Jordan Henderson's about to come on and secure the bottle job. The Liverpool legend about to come on and secure the bottle job. Look at Raya. He knows. What's Odegaard gone down for? Oh, Odegaard's had a dive. He knows they've fluffed it. He knows. He's got the bottle in ready. Arteta, yeah. Get off. It's there. It's 1-1. Keane, Lewis, Potter, baby. Yeah. Great flick on near post. Bang. Fabulous goal. Put the trophy polish on hold. Yes. You love to see it. What a goal that is. What a fabulous goal that is. It's absolutely sensational. The Buzzy Bees. David Raya, the best goalkeeper in the world, with no chance there. No chance at all. I love it. Go on then, son. Go on then, cock. Keane, Lewis, Potter. Keep wasting that time, Odegaard. Yeah, just stay down. Stay down. The bees have stung him. Can we get a check on that, sir? Oh, we're getting no check. There's no check on nothing, Reese. There's no check on nothing. Nicholas Java there saying, right, Mikel, listen, Mikel, we need to sign that lad with the throw-in. we need to get that lad with the throw-in. That's how we win it next year. We're not going to win anything this year, but if we get that lad with the throw-in, we can do it. I'm telling you, we can do it. We can get him and we get someone else on the left-hand side. We'll see if Rory Delap's up for coming back in. Yeah, brilliant. Roger. Whoa. We've caught an absolute starfish there with Roger. I don't hear you complaining about boring Brentford playing for throw-ins and time, Key. Listen to you. Oh, you're becoming a hypocrite, Key. I've never heard such nonsense. Go on, son. I love it. Oh, yes. Brentford 1, Arsenal 1. Keep him out now. Keep him out. Oh, I love it. You sound like Smithers. Fucking hell, Smithers. As in Waylon Smithers from Simpsons. Never had that one before. Arteta is going to convince Rory Delap to come out of retirement. Rory, you are my secret weapon. Don't know what that was. I committed to the accent. I wish I hadn't done it. I don't think it was Spanish. It didn't sound out like him. It didn't sound anything like Mikel Arteta. Cornell says triple Arsenal defence in FPL down the drain. Silly. Shouldn't have captained Arsenal's defence on this one. Never. They were always going to throw it away. They're a bottle job waiting to happen, these Gunners. They've done it before, they'll do it again. They'll let you down. I'm telling you. It sounded like Matteo from Benidorm. I don't even know who that is, but fair enough. It's another one. Double game week though, Wolves on Wednesday. Dexy says, Key, I enjoy your football watch-alongs. Cheers, mate. I enjoy you being in them. LFC Jake with all Spurs next Sunday. Come on, the Spurs. Dr. Evil, wasn't it? Here, another long ball into the box. Come on. Straight out the Arsenal playbook, this. Straight out the Arsenal playbook. Can't believe Arsenal are going to spend more than anyone and still not win the bloody league. 20 years and counting. Long ball. Go on. Go on, Brentford. They're shitting at these Gunners. They're absolutely papping the bed. Claydon, which game are you watching today? Brentford Arsenal at the minute. Brentford on a tour, Aston Villa away, then Newcastle away. And now Arsenal at home. They might still win this one. Gyökeres, he's been shocking today. Absolutely shocking. Realistically, Brentford with a better team didn't deserve to be a goal down anyway. Hopefully they score a second and take all 3 points from Arsenal. Absolutely agreed. They've been the better team so far. I'm rooting for them. Come on, the Bees. Jabba says, Arsenal fans can't fathom that most football fans are not waxing lyrical about their boring style. I know. It's frustrating, isn't it? I can't understand why. No, why wouldn't you want your team to play like this? Professional scaffolding. Protractor FC. Oh. Clear it away. Oh, look at that. They're doing Cruyff turns in their own penalty area here. Mike, remember that guy said he would be here at the end of the game? Yeah, something tells me he won't be. I mean, he might do if they score here. Typical Gooner. You only sing when you're winning. They'll be here if they win. But if they won't, if he doesn't, they'll disappear. Off back under the rock. They'll scuttle off. Government name unknown. They keep giving the ball back to Arsenal. I know, listen, and that's the problem, because at the end of the day, Arsenal are a top side. They're going to score eventually if you keep giving the ball away so cheaply. Inevitably they will. Inevitably they're going to score. They're a good side. They're not going to waste chances. You know, there's pressure coming here. There is pressure coming here in the last 13, 14 minutes. And Brentford have to be resolute in how they defend it. 3-star, I wish I took that 4-1 for City in December. Is that what it was? Wow. Jabber, I'm hoping for a draw, but still expect 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, me too. Annoyingly. Good clearance away, well done Brentford. Mosquera with the foul, going to be a yellow card I think, is it? Jensen's been cleared out there. Yeah. "2-1, says Prophetic. Well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. What the pissing hell this is. Just had something. What the pissing hell is that? It must be a piece of thread. That's the back of my top. I bet I've got like a frigging sports bar on now around the back. I was just like, what is that? It's a bit of thread off the bottom. Spursy reporter says some tissues are needed for the Arsenal fans. The decline has happened earlier than expected. Hey, that's coming from a Spurs fan. Who do you want to be the new manager, mate? Brentford to win it, mate. Late winner for Thiago. Oh, corner. Corner, Brentford. Here we go. Oh, can you imagine if Brentford go in front? Go on then, cock. Go on then. I'll take it. I'm on board. I'm ready to be hurt. I'm ready to be hurt. Chimey, Arsenal fans know that 4 points isn't enough to beat City. City are seasoned chasers. And it's much better at this stage of the season to be chasing than it is to be holding a lead. Believe it or not, it definitely is. It definitely is. You would much rather be the one chasing them down than the one with points on the board because the pressure gets to you. And we've seen it get to these before. And I think it gets to them again. Here we go. Brentford corner. Ball width to the edge of the box. What are you doing? Hit it. Oh! Oh! Dango Ouattara. If he was an inch taller. If he was an inch taller, it was 2-1. Goodness me. What was Saka doing there? And he was onside as well, Ouattara. Oh. He was onside. Spursy, we're still in to win the Champions League. Too good to go down, but trust me when I say we're on the form team in Europe. No, I agree. I said this. I did a question the other week, mate, and I asked all the Arsenal fans, if you could only have one of these two outcomes, right? If you could only have one of these two, you can either win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, but Spurs win the Champions League, or neither of you can win anything. Which would it be? And I think it was 72%. 72%. There was hundreds and hundreds. I think nearly over 1,000 actually voted in the end across all platforms. And over 1,000 Arsenal fans voted. 72% of them said they would rather that they won nothing and Spurs won nothing than Arsenal win the Prem and the Carabao Cup and Spurs win the Champions League. So it would be some next level hysteria if Arsenal weren't to win anything and you somehow won the Champions League. That'd be amazing. 3-star says, I can agree with you there, Key, when it comes to teams chasing you down in the league. Pressure forms diamonds. Hey, and it might do. It might do. Everyone's expecting Arsenal to win it. Caleb says, I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm livid. Livid. Mikel Merino injury, what happened? I don't know, he's been out for a while, hasn't he? Ouattara. He's not even in the squad tonight. That's a free kick. Free kick to Brentford. We'll take it. We'll take it. Gabriel, he's on a yellow card, him. He's on a yellow, get him off. Get him off, ref. He's on a yellow card, him. Get him off. Are we getting sent off here? Watch this, he kicks him under the air. Oh, that's a yellow card every day of the week. He should be off him. He should be off. Lucky, lucky boy. Get him off. Get him carded. We'll have an off there. That should be a red, that, for Gabriel. He's a lucky, lucky boy. Lucky, lucky boy. I tell you what, next one. Next one he's off. Next one. Gabriel could be in trouble here. No, not quite. Ref sent him away. But I think next foul he might be. Due to the totting up procedure. Christ. Logically speaking, Keith Andrews should be manager of the year. I'd agree with that. Yeah. He's been different class, hasn't he? Here we go. Free kick. Come on, Brentford. Come on, Brentford. Keith, good to see you, mate. Just want Everton to win a home game. Hey, yeah, 1 in 8, isn't it, for Everton? Ball whipped in. Oh! Oh, David Raya again. Oh, he's a lucky, lucky boy, this keeper. He's a lucky, lucky boy. He's had a shocker today, David Raya. What is he doing? He's got to claim that. Looked like he flapped at it. Looked like he flapped at that one. Here we go. Jensen comes over to take the corner. Carl says clear second yellow. That ref bottled it there. Agreed, Carl. Agreed. Here we go. Corner kick. If you think Brentford can win it late on, hit the like. Hit the like button if you think Brentford have got a chance. Oh, ref, you absolute cart horse. He's absolutely fooled you there. David Raya's... he's collapsed to the floor and they've bought it. The ref's bought it. It's never a foul. Look at the state of that. You should get a penalty for that. Should get a penalty for that because that's a clear dive from David Raya. He's tried to con the ref there. See, that's where I would like VAR to get involved. I'd like to see VAR literally get it up and the VAR say, listen, he just threw himself to the floor there. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. He just dived. Get him off. Get him off the pitch. Straight red for trying to con the ref. Unsporting conduct. Get him off the pitch. 3-star calling it a night, Key. Long day. See you later, everyone. Take it easy, mate. Yeah, have a good one. Cheers for coming in, mate, as always. Really appreciate it. Good to see you. Five minutes to go plus added time. Are we going to get a winner here? A late winner. Come on. Dangle Watara. Go on, lad. You've got it. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul. That is a foul. Surely in a yellow card. Oh, he's booked Dango. He's a rat, this ref. I'm going to lose my head in a minute. That was a foul all day. It's a foul all day, that, from Timber. Come on. Barca losing 4-1, yeah. Dango Watara's just got it for... Descent, I think it was. Caleb, do you watch the reactions after the match? Which reactions? My No, I don't watch the reactions after the match. They sometimes pop up if I'm scrolling through TikTok or something, but yeah, no, I don't like actively go and search them up. I don't have anything to do with that. People just they clip it up, so I don't get asked about it, and it just pops up and says, or someone says, I saw you on the fan reaction thing. So I mean, it's nice. It's nice if people are finding the channel that way, and then it's quite nice because people come in maybe thinking I'm a bit of a divvy, or come in to give a bit of hate and troll, and then a lot of people end up staying and sticking around, and it's quite nice. Some people do. Some people come in and troll and then leave, and that's fine. But quite a lot come in and stay. Buzzyman2 says, wow, you must be a water enthusiast. Do you ever swap it for something else? No. And it's not really a water enthusiast. I've had a bottle, and this is my second bottle during the stream. Oh, Thiago's in! Must be! Go on, lad! Oh, what a tackle that is! Oh, what an unbelievable tackle from Mosquera. Oh, he had him. That's shocking, that. Thiago's got to score there. That is absolute world class from Mosquera. Don't get it confused. He's not world class, but it's a world class tackle. That is absolutely insane. Thiago's got to do better, but oh my goodness me, what a tackle from Mosquera that was. Goodness me. He saved Arsenal here. I'm telling you, he might have saved Arsenal's title race just by getting him a point. What a tackle that is. Whoa, goodness me, what a tackle. Fair play. Should score, Aviator. I agree. I'm not, Thiago should still do better, but call it what it is. It was one of them. I think he should have scored, but it's a phenomenal tackle still. Here we go. Long throw into the box. Got to win the first header. Over to Dango on the left-hand side. Gets the ball in. Too easy, that. Too easy for Riot. Well headed away by Kelleher. Come on, don't fanny around with it there. Get it away. Good lad. Mosquera, this is unbelievable. It was incredible, that, wasn't it? Top quality. The ref has been Arsenal's best player by far. Well, we've only got 60 seconds left of normal time. I wonder how many minutes added on we're going to get. Why do I feel nervous? I don't even support Brentford. I know. It's always like this. It's always like this in title races, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's always like this. Do you think Brentford have the best RHS in the land? RHS? What's an RHS? RHS? Right-hand side, is that? Right-hand side in the league? No. No, I don't think they have the best right-hand side in the league. They've got a very good right-hand side, like. But I don't think... No. No, I wouldn't say so. I think you'd struggle to beat Timber and Saka down the right-hand side for Arsenal, like. Excuse me. Or even... Yeah, Reece James and Neto for Chelsea's decent, and... How many minutes stoppage time? I think maybe 6. 6. Ideally, we only want about 4, don't we, really? But 6 is probably going to be what it is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep them out. 5 added minutes at the end of this game. What a pass that is. Dango, got to find the pass. What are you doing? Hit it. Oh, Rice just about gets it away. Oh, I tell you what, Brentford have got these. They've got them in the palm of their hands. They have got them. They've absolutely got them tonight. Key says, what do you mean ideally for you support Liverpool? Because I want Brentford to get a point. Yeah. How many times in one season can a team be handed the league and bottle it? City won 1 in 6 recently, should be done and dusted. It should be. If Arsenal don't lose it from here, or if Arsenal do lose the league from here, it's not... We're talking the opposite of Leicester. Like, Leicester was the miracle of all miracles. If Arsenal throw it away, it is literally the opposite of that. It should be remembered forever. The biggest bottle job of all time. Spending that much money. Oh, they're in again. It should be 2 here. Thiago! Oh, have you missed it, you absolute joker? This fella's shite. How many times? That's like 3 or 4 absolute sitters he's missed now. I might be changing my mind here now, you know. I've said Arsenal are going to win this league. But fucking hell, they are throwing it away. They are throwing it away tonight. Igor Thiago, all he's got to do is hit the target there. Hit the target and it's cities. It's cities. It's cities. Unbelievable, this. 4 to go. 4 left to go. Come on. It's all Brentford. It's all Brentford. That was the chance to win it. Might still be one more. Last 5 minutes, Brentford have had maybe 2 or 3 clear chances. Really clear chances as well. Not just like little half chances. 2 or 3 really clear chances to win it. They should have won it by now, Brentford. If they lose this game, I'm telling you, Keith Andrews will be kicking himself. They've been the better side tonight. They're in here, Arsenal. They're in. Oh, come on, slow him down. Gyökeres, keep him out. Great save. That's why we kept him. Kevin Kelleher, what a keeper he is. What a keeper he is. I love him. Martinelli. Shocking. And now Thiago at the other end. It's end to end this. Who said Arsenal are boring? They can't defend all of a sudden. They can't defend all of a sudden. They've taken my criticism too literally. They've gone from being able to defend but not able to attack to now it feels like they're going for the attack but they can't defend. They're shocking defensively. They've been all over the place tonight. Great save from Kevin Kelleher. There you go. We've got 90 seconds to go. Gamer Guru, our back passing has been disgusting. What are we doing? It's not been a great night for Arsenal. That's a great save from Keller. That's ridiculous. Phenomenal save. He's faked an injury to milk the draw but got ignored. Right, well, 60 seconds or so left. Rico Henry's down here for Brentford. If you haven't yet, do a couple of things for me if you can. Couple of things. Hit the like button. Make sure you've hit the like button to say that you love this live and you love these watch-alongs. And if you do want to see more of them, if you do want to watch tomorrow with me as we do Hull against Chelsea in the FA Cup, come on, Jakirovic. Sergej Jakirovic, the Bosnian manager of Hull City, at the MKM Stadium. That is going to be a hate watch to end all hate watches. Come on, Hull. Come on, the Tigers. We want to see Hull City beating Chelsea tomorrow night in the FA Cup. So I am going to be watching that Friday. Saturday, we are going to be doing Aston Villa against Newcastle. What a game. That's going to be FA Cup 4th round, 5:30. Then following that, straight after that, 8 o'clock, Liverpool Brighton at Anfield. Great night of football. On Sunday, we are doing Arsenal against Wigan. We're back watching Arsenal again. It's another hate watch for Arsenal. Followed by a bit of Serie A football to end the weekend. Napoli against Roma. So yeah, we're going to be watching a bit of football all this weekend. 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. Bit of a mixed bag. Starting with the FA Cup, ending with the with Serie A. Hopefully you'll join me for some of them. Maybe you'll join me for all of them. But either way, hit the like button, thank you. And make sure you followed. Make sure you followed me on Instagram as well. Instagram, TikTok, X. I'm pumping the tweets out on X. And I'm just pumping them out to the void because I've only just started the account and I've barely got any followers on there. Nearly at 15,000 on YouTube. But I've barely got, I think I've got about 400 on X. Coventry v Middlesbrough on Monday. Yep, we're doing that one. Big game in the Championship. Long throw into the box. Can Brentford pinch it late on? Please. Please. Headed back in. Raya. Oh. Now on the counter-attack. Go on, take him out. Chop him. Chop him. Chop Declan Rice there. Take one for the team. You've got to chop him. Oh, what's he doing? Timbers threw it away, and now Brentford on the counter-attack. Switch it. Oh, go on. They've got a chance here. They've got a man over. They've got a man over. Hit it. Oh, you absolute donkey. That's a corner ref. That's a corner ref. Oh, as if he's done that. And it's full time. It's full time. It's Brentford 1, Arsenal 1. Oh, the Gunners are bottling it. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. The bottle job to end all bottle jobs. It's coming. Right. That is me for tonight. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you being in the live. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you've followed. I will see you all for tomorrow's Hull v Chelsea game. If you want to watch the FA Cup, make sure you've liked. Make sure you've subscribed and all that good stuff. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Have a lovely, lovely Thursday night. And have a lovely day tomorrow. If you're in work, if you're in school, college, whatever you're doing, I hope your Friday is good. And I'll see you tomorrow night for a bit of Friday night FA Cup football. Feels good that. Feels good that. I enjoyed that. Have a nice night. Ta-da.